We're still using this music.
Dubstep never dies.
But this was kind of fashionable 7.5 years ago when you made this.
Yeah, it was.
That was before you could even use AI.
Right.
To make music.
This is pure skill and talent.
Yeah. It's probably the craziest podcast music. Intro music. Yeah, it's kind of nonsense, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Like I say, dubstep.
Oh my gosh, am I on the right thing? Yes, I'm on the right screen. Ooh. That's a good start to the show, isn't it? Hello, willkommen, bienvenue, konnichiwa. It's time for episode 332. 332 of the Amish Inquisition. Noble, we don't know what's happened to Noble tonight. He's incommunicado.
Yeah, he's fallen down a rabbit hole and gone deeper into the warren.
Yeah. He needs to
emerge
from the carrot kingdom.
Yes.
Commune with the sprout goddess.
Absolutely. We're going to leave the channel open, aren't we, in case we get a bing bong?
I've left the fader open, Zoom's open, so if he awaits from his transcendental meditation session and remembers that we're doing a podcast, he might come in.
Yes.
But in the meantime, I've got packed stuff, loads of stuff to do tonight for part 2. So, that's how it's going to be. We'll just have to get on with it, won't we? But no Matt tonight.
No, he's swanned off somewhere.
Alderaan, diplomatic mission to Alderaan, I think.
He's going to get a surprise.
It's just a meteor
shower. Maniacs.
It's just asteroids, as far as the eye can see.
Space. We're all just stardust.
If you live on Alderaan, you're obliterated. It's like a million voices all cried out in terror, and were suddenly silenced.
Is that Ben-Hur?
Yes, of course it is. Yeah, good shout. Good knowledge.
Yes.
Good film, movie knowledge.
Right.
Should we what should we do? Should we do some headlines?
I think that's a good place to start.
Good. I watched The Three Amigos with my kids yesterday.
Oh, really?
I made them watch it. It was a hit.
Excellent, that's good. Never helped.
Headlines of the week. Oh, I'm a bit slow tonight. Where is it? Incoming.
There it is.
Number 1, you can now listen to the most terrifying sound, which sounds like the scream of 1,000 corpses.
I have several questions.
Okay.
Corpses, by their very nature,
don't.
Right? They're not going to scream, are they?
No. And do you know what what you won't hear is a corpse in space.
You won't. In space, no one can hear corpses scream. So this must be Earthbound news. Oh, no, wait, no.
It's actually ancient Aztec news.
Is it?
Yeah. Forget banshee shrieks.
Forget them.
I already have. They've gone. They're dead to me. They mean nothing to me. Why can't I find the right fucking... Shit. I'm so loose tonight. It's been a busy day. Ugh. But, second Doom Boy's going down nicely. Anyway, forget banshee shrieks. You already have.
What?
Yeah, forget werewolf howls.
All right, okay,
do one.
Done.
Do a werewolf howl.
Oh!
Good.
All right.
Yeah. Forget your ex's voice or even the soft plop of... I wonder where this article was going when I first read it. Or even the soft plop of dropping your phone in the bath.
Oh.
Yeah. Who has the phone in the bath?
No.
Can you not take half an hour to yourself to put your fucking device away and just have a luxurious bath, maybe with some Radox in it?
Just put the radio on the side if you want to be entertained.
Yeah, you could put this podcast on.
You could. Don't put it on the side. Don't put any electrical items on the side of the bath.
If it's battery powered, you're safe.
Oh, yeah.
Come
DC.
On. Yeah. Dropping your phone in bath. Here's a noise that'll really set your heart racing. The Aztec death whistle.
Ooh.
Likened by some to the scream of 1,000 corpses. I do have a picture of the whistle in question. Here it is. That's what was found. Lots of them have been found. The Aztec death whistle. It's generally regarded as one of the scariest noises in human history. Used during sacrificial ceremonies, it is understood to have honored the ancient Mesoamerican god of wind, Ecatl.
Castle.
Ecatl. Scouse.
Hey.
Ecatl. Experts have now recreated the noise by 3D printing a version of the skull-shaped instrument.
All right, nice.
Yeah, would you like to hear what it sounds like?
Would I?
This is called an Aztec death whistle.
Oh, yeah.
This is called an Aztec death whistle.
Well, I think I've found a new instrument. I'm going to give up the bass and play the Aztec death whistle.
Yeah. Yeah, get one 3D printed.
Yeah.
There's various different types, different designs, slightly different pitches,
Right.
and whatnot, but they all seem to hover around. They did like a spectrograph on them, and they all seem to hover around 1,000 hertz. So this seems to be 1,000 hertz seems to be a sweet spot.
The brown noise.
A terrified, the brownie trousers scream
Wow.
before you're sacrificed.
Is there any call for a Aztec death whistle soundboard on the old Roadcaster with all the different ones?
Right. I didn't think about that.
I mean,
There is several. I watched a YouTube video of a guy explaining it, and there are several sort of different pitched ones.
Right.
You're not just stuck with the. There's various other ones. I can't imagine there's much call for an Aztec death whistle soundboard.
No.
It's pretty terrifying.
To be honest, it's slightly unnerving.
Yeah, it's like
Oh my God!
run if you hear the Aztec death whistle.
So what was the point of it? What was it used for?
Well, during sacrifices, apparently, used during sacrificial ceremonies, for the Mesoamerican god of wind, Echatl. So it's been recreated with 3D printing. The whistle was created after a careful study of the design of fragments uncovered from a burial site in Mexico in the late 1990s. James Orgill, who hosts the educational YouTube channel Action Lab, link in the show notes if you're on audio, which produces videos on scientific experiments, said, "This has been deemed the most terrifying sound in the world. Believe it or not, this is not a human scream." Speaking of the first discovery of the whistle in 1999, Orgill added, quote, "Archaeologists first thought that this must be some sort of toy, and they didn't think much about it. It wasn't until 15 years later, for some reason, a scientist blew into the hole in the top, and this is the sound that came out, the Aztec death whistle. One of the leading theories is that the Aztecs might have believed the noise helped carry a person's soul to the afterlife once they'd been sacrificed."
Wow.
I mean, it's just what you want to hear as you're, emitting your death rattle, isn't it? Yay! Going
Off
to the
I go.
afterlife. Yay! Jolly times.
Oh, God.
Others maintain the instrument would have been used to strike fear into the hearts of their enemies ahead of battle. Seems
More likely. If they were all making that racket, you'd be at least annoyed.
Well, can you imagine if there's like an army of 1,000 and they all had a death whistle?
Yeah.
And you're just stood at the other side. It sounds, I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
It would make me brown my butt flap,
Oh.
my loin cloth.
And surely after one or two battles, though, you'd the other tribes or whatever would get wind and they'd have their own death
They'd get
whistles.
wind.
Yeah.
Definitely get
They'd all be
wind.
trousering themselves.
I think wind is the least of your worries.
They'd they'd wise up to the fact that death whistles are the de rigueur and get their own, and it'd just be a cacophony on the battlefield. No one would get anything done. No one would get any killing done.
No.
Just whistling at each other.
Yeah, who's got the best noise?
Yeah.
And some dick turns up with a vuvuzela. Just ruins it for everyone. Oh gosh, you remember that? It was the South African World Cup, wasn't it?
2006 was it?
Was it? I have no idea. I can't
don't
remember.
know.
Once you get to like in your mid-30s, every World Cup seems to blend into one.
Yeah.
Apart from 1990. 'Cause
It's weird. 1990 is the one I remember as well.
special place in our hearts, hasn't it? For some reason.
It's the
Gaza,
same year as-
Gaza crying.
Yeah, Gaza crying.
Chris Waddle penalty into the atmosphere. It's still not come down. That I believe Elon Musk's latest rocket is going to try and retrieve the ball that Chris Waddle kicked in Turin. Wasn't it Turin? Wasn't it Juventus's ground, that game?
Definitely in Italy.
It was definitely in Italy. Yeah. Oh, that was another thing, the Pavarotti World Cup, weren't it? Nessun Dorma.
Ah, yes.
That means that's another memorable
Yeah.
spark, maybe.
I also remember the Coca-Cola small footballs that you could get.
Oh, we had so much
saving
fun.
up the cans.
Yes.
That was the same era as the Coca-Cola branded yo-yos you could get, which were amazingly well built.
I believe those small balls were known as a lounge ball. They were specifically for playing in your lounge.
Wow.
And twatting Venetian blinds.
That wouldn't fly these days, would it?
Would it not?
I don't think so.
Do you not think so? Indoor football?
No way. No. Maybe a balloon. Balloon keepy uppy is the best you can get. It's too many breakables, man.
Yeah. Oh, what a World Cup.
It was good. Can't remember much football.
I remember Belgium, quarterfinal, Belgium, David Platt, extra time winner. It was a floated free kick from Paul Gascoigne. Why are we talking about the 1990 World Cup on this podcast?
I'm stuck on it.
This isn't
crazy.
This isn't
It's not Soccer AM or
a vintage
Atletico Mince.
A vintage football podcast.
No, it's not.
No. Should we move on to the next
Put your balls down.
Lineker going, have a word. Have a word. The crisp man. Let's see, what's the next headline? Bang to rights. British Library plagued by book lovers romping as bosses. Romping as bosses calling the cops.
Book lovers? Are they lovers of books or lovers in books?
Lovers on top of books.
Ugh.
The British Library has been plagued by randy book lovers romping in loos. Bosses have been forced to call in cops to try and put a stop to the novel use of the venue. The novel use. 5 points for every pun you pick up in this article. One bookworm complained to the library, describing the between the sheets bonk busting as totally unacceptable. Bonk busting? I've never heard that word before.
Sounds like something to tick off the list.
Bonk busting. It sounds like
a bonk busting in the Rhonda.
In the Rhonda?
I don't know.
It sounds like an 80s quiz show, like Blockbusters.
Oh yeah, that'll be it. Yeah. You don't
Bob
get out for two in the bed.
He said security chiefs had confirmed that bosses were aware of randy students and local workers foolscapping around in the toilets after arranging the book-ups online. A post on a cruiser's website, which the Sun is not naming, advertises the library as being a meeting spot for casual sex with a, quote, vast amount of toilets on site. But it warns hardback fans that there are regular police and security patrols of the building, and there have been cases reported of bonk lovers caught during a private reading being escorted from the site. Last night, the distinguished library at London's King's Cross denounced the unliterary conduct.
Well,
a spokesman said, "The British Library is a public institution, and our site at St Pancras is visited by more than 1 million people every year. All of the library's public areas and facilities, including the toilets, are regularly patrolled by on-site security staff to ensure that they're being used appropriately. Inappropriate behaviour is not tolerated, and the library works closely with the police to ensure the safety and security of the buildings, of the library's buildings and users."
well,
What is it about libraries?
I don't know. They're quiet. No.
Why would you go and bonk in a library toilet?
I don't know. It seems unlikely.
What's happened to the back seat of an XR3i?
Ugh. What would be the back seat of choice these days? Something big.
What's a Qashqai?
Qashqai.
I don't know. What's the... oh, yeah, it's a Nissan. That Nissan Qashqai. That's a very popular car, isn't
I
it?
reckon that's it.
I don't know. I don't know who bonks in cars or public library toilets these days.
I don't think anyone does.
I'm well past that sort of behaviour.
The society as a whole seems
Obviously they do, because it's front page news.
No, we've moved on from cars to libraries. Toilets. Ugh.
I suspect it's people who are are having affairs.
Or youngsters who, like 18, 19, still living with your parents.
Right. So I know. We'll go to the British Library.
Yes, that particular library.
Yeah, for
Is it
some
happening
reason.
anywhere else?
No, well, it probably is.
Do you have a list of places?
Homework. That's our homework for
Yes.
this week. Go to the library toilets and
Find out where the sex is.
Based Sigma Chad.
yeah, I don't know. Strange story.
Mm.
We'll move on. See what the final headline is this week. They've got 3 this week. This is the last one. Turkey surgeons.
Gobble, gobble.
Turkey surgeons make man look 30 years younger in unbelievable transformation.
How did he hold the scalpels?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Turkey surgeons. I won't trust a turkey with cosmetic surgery.
No, definitely not.
Not my face.
No.
It's priceless. Turkey surgeons.
Turkey surgeons?
Turkey surgeons. This is the story of plastic surgeons in Turkey.
Oh.
The country.
Oh, I
They
see.
should have spelt it Turkey.
Oh, yeah,
You
the
know,
actual country name.
They've changed it now, haven't they?
Turkey.
It's like what's that?
Czechia.
Yeah, Czechia. Plastic surgeons in Turkey have completed the remarkable transformation of a man's face, so much so that people believe he now looks 30 years younger. Detailing their extensive work, Med Istanbul. That should say Istanbul.
Istanbul,
But
yeah.
it's read Insta.
Oh,
Istanbul.
no. Oh, God.
Med Istanbul explained on Instagram. We performed facelift, neck lift, lower eyelid blepharoplasty, upper blepharoplasty, buccal fat removal, rhinoplasty, and hair transplant procedures on our patient, Michael. He has experienced an incredible transformation, which you can see from these photos. Yes,
photos.
and I have some. Here's the before picture of young man, Michael.
Right, okay.
How
I've
old?
seen him before.
Oh, where? Crime Watch.
Yeah, I've seen him in something.
I'm getting the word.
Hoskins.
How old? How old do you think does he
Oh,
look? 65?
no, I think he's probably late 50s, but with a rough paper round.
A rough Turkish paper
A
round.
rough Turkish paper round. Is he a turkey as well?
I don't know. He just goes by Michael.
Oh, Michael.
Mikael. Okay, here's the after.
Is that Peter Sutcliffe?
It's kind of Peter Sutcliffe and Robert Downey Jr.'s love child, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Pretty astounding.
Wow, they've done a good job. Where are all the scars?
On the back of his head. There's
Some staples are.
side by side there.
Holy shit!
So the hair probably makes a big difference, doesn't it?
And the rest of it.
And you wonder, like, he's very pallid, pale.
Where's the rest of his neck gone? Oh
Yeah.
my god, he's about ready for the British Library, I think.
Even his eyes. Yeah, there's some sort of photo stuff going on. Look at the colour of his eyes. I mean, they haven't changed his eyeballs, have they? Look how whiter his eyes are. And there's a little dot in the middle of the iris from the, like a light source or a flash or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The sparkle. They put a sparkle in his eyes. And he's smiling. That makes a huge difference. If you smile on one photo.
Yeah.
A lot of these before and after shenanigan things you see on, like, daytime magazine shows.
Yeah, it's like Campo face before. and
Yeah.
then-
Oh, I'm so delighted.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference. So,
Oh, shit, if that's real, them turkeys have done a damn fine job.
yeah. A successful avian surgery.
What do they do with all the leftovers?
Falafel?
Fight Club. Yes.
Falafel
Yeah,
truck.
Falafel. The kebab.
Michael.
Elephant leg.
Can I have the Michael, please?
Ooh. Delish. Wow, well, that's... I wasn't expecting to see that. I thought it was going to be some comedy horror.
Yeah. No, it was kind of a false... That's what you were expecting, wasn't it? You were expecting it to be horrifically bad.
Yeah, you pulled a switcheroo on me.
I did. It was a noteworthy transformation.
Is the first picture, is that the I karate you karate me guy? Before makeup.
That Ninja Turtle yo.
Ninja Turtle yo.
It could be. I don't know. That guy has an incredibly wide neck. Doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, no neck.
I don't know.
It's that Ninja Turtle, yo. I'm half Barney, half Ninja Turtle. I karate you, you karate me.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Well, that guy's pretty unique. I don't think it's him, is it?
Imagine what the turkeys could do to
the Ninja Turtle
Ninja Turtle guy, yeah. Wow, someone should let him know.
I think he would look quite much. I probably look like.
Fuck Graham Hancock.
Probably look like Stig. I think Stig and the Ninja Turtle yo guy.
That's so very nice. Full Stig.
No, I'm saying if you let the turkeys on him.
Oh yes.
The Ninja Turtle guy. They could make him turn.
Could they make him as gorgeous as our Stig though?
No,
of course not.
They're not miracle working turkeys.
No.
So good.
Wow. Turkey news.
Yeah. Okay. I've got a preview. This is something we've never done before. I've got a preview of next week's guest.
What?
Saying that though, I mean,
outside the newsletter,
we were saying before we started, we haven't had a guest pull out for years, it seems. And now we've had 2 on the bounce, so it makes me wonder if we haven't done something.
I don't know, have we?
Have we not cast the runes correctly? Or
I don't know. Everything
everything
seemed to be right.
have we not made the correct sacrifices to...
Have you realigned the stones since the solstice?
What, on drive?
Aye.
I don't think I have. Is that what it is?
I think it might be.
Someone get me a chicken.
Turkey.
I'll sacrifice a chicken then.
Bloody hell. So messy.
I know I'll have to do it before next week. Oh, hang on. We haven't got a guest next week. Next week is episode 333.
333.
All the threes. And I think it was back in one of the phone-in shows recently. Either Sam or Hogdan suggested we have an open Zoom.
Yes, I recall.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put the Zoom link in the show notes.
Now, you remember the last time we did this, we had a mariachi band coming on the Zoom call. And all kinds of madness. I think that was for episode 100, maybe?
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Let's not do
Well,
the same.
we're just going to put it in the description of the YouTube video.
Right.
And in the Element server. We're not going to post it on Twitter, which I think was probably the mistake last time.
That was the mistake. And who made that mistake? Yes, it was me. Yes, I made that mistake.
Yes.
Are you retarded?
Yes, evidently so. So, next week, come and join us in Zoom and say hello.
Yeah, we'll
So,
have a video wall of faces, hopefully.
Yeah, but you don't have to show your face. You can just put a picture up if you want. We're not bothered.
No penises, please.
And we don't bite. This will be the week after next. So it'll be episode 334 incoming.
All you really need to get high, you don't need coke, you don't need drugs, you don't need alcohol. You just need a rectum and a third eye. You do your breath of fire, for example. Feel your anus, feel your third eye. Inhale. Squeeze that beautiful anal ring and feel it connected with your nuts, your anus, and your third eye, which is basically your pineal gland in the center of your brain at the apex of the ear, slightly to the back.
Amazing.
No asshole, no holy hole. If you take away one thing from today's interview, everybody, no asshole, no holy hole.
So excited for that. A full hour of that.
Oh, I can't wait. Squeezing for 60 minutes.
That beautiful ring.
My third eye. Weeping.
Yeah, mine's leaking just after watching that a little bit.
Seepage.
Yeah, but so that should be good. I look forward to that. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Anyway, let's see what's coming up next.
First on BBC One.
Hey little mushroom, you're the biggest organism on the planet. You make medicine and decompose organics. You're not a plant or animal, you do your own thing. Recycle nutrients so we can keep on growing. Who needs Mario when you can be a toadstool? Give me some portobello, you can keep your tofu. The fungal kingdom, you deserve a crown. And I love the way you break it down. Don't you love the way they break it down? I love the way you break it down.
Wow.
Yeah, nonsense.
It's housekeeping time. Don't skip this bit. Share the word through Telegram, Facebook, or a tweet. Gouge the eyes, let's raise the tone.
Gouge his eyes!
Help us grow, we can't do this on our own. Our podcast is in need. Help us tell your friends and plant a seed. It's housekeeping time. Return some value. It's housekeeping time. Gouge his eyes. It's housekeeping time. Focus your chi. It's housekeeping time. Sign up for the newsletter.
Yes, this is a value for value podcast, and if you get some value out of this shit show, please return some value to us. There's numerous ways of doing this. My favorite way, as ever, is word of mouth. Wherever you are online, if you're in Telegram channels or Facebook groups, Discord servers, wherever, post links, help us get the word out, get more people tuning in and supporting us by, throwing us news articles and all the rest of it.
I like it when you take a big, deep breath through your anus and subscribe to the newsletter.
Breath of fire. Squeeze that ring.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you got unleashed on the newsletter this week.
Outrageous, yeah. I was on that typewriter like there was no tomorrow, with an hour to go until there was tomorrow. And shat out a newsletter. So that was well received, I think, this week.
What do you put in it?
What
did people get in your newsletter?
They got a sneak preview of the guests for the coming month. In a segment entitled A Quick Flash of the Ankle, with some Cthulhu Victorian silhouette in there. There was the first ever Ben's column of fantastic amazingness. I can't remember the title of, but I told everyone about the last month and what I've been up to, and there was some music reviews rather than book reviews this week, because I've not read any books this month, rather. And loads of memes and jokes and stuff that you can see in the newsletter. So yeah, please everyone, if you haven't already, sign up to the newsletter. And the way you can do that is very easy. Just send us an email at theamishinquisition@gmail.com. and we will manually add you to the mailing list, and you'll receive that newsletter, the Rumspringer, every month on or around the first day of said month.
And the good thing about the newsletter is if you like your apparel, if you find the newsletter, you sign up, you'll get a discount code for the merch store.
Oh, yes, you do. Now I have a question about this, because I made up the code.
I found your code and implemented it today.
Perfect. I knew that would work. Brains ink.
The code is pretty formulaic.
Right.
So you can get something like this. This is the latest design. I've got ideas for 2 or 3 more designs of T-shirts, but yet to be implemented. This is the useless eater. You are the carbon they want to reduce. Pretty self-explanatory. We all know what that's about. Bacon nuts for you Francis Bacon Shakespearean conspiracy fans. Mug form 3. This is my favourite. This is Lee's design. 3 weeks to flatten the earth. Literally a communist, because Ash Sarkar is literally a communist. And the logo.
Clean.
It's clean, various different price points, quality of garments, colours.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it before you wreck it.
We are available on many, many channels that you can subscribe, comment, like, such as YouTube is probably the most popular one. Most of the guys listening are very active in the chats as well, so get involved there. That's just one of the many ways you can get in touch with us and talk to us about generally anything. But please, if you're watching on YouTube, please remember to subscribe, like, hit that bell, all the other jazzy stuff that
all the stuff for Al Gore.
For Al Gore's rhythms. And it really helps us get to our goal of being the best podcast in the universe.
Hey, what about artwork?
Oh, you can send artwork if you're that way inclined. Absolutely. The best way to do that is probably through the Elements server, which I've not told anyone about yet, but you can...
Yeah. Or email, whatever you're comfortable with. We're on all the social platforms. DMs are always open. So if you are familiar with Photoshop or GIMP or whatnot, or even
Microsoft Paint,
MS Paint, all these AI type things like Leonardo and what's the one begin with D?
DALL-E,
is it?
DALL-E, yeah. Or just like, chicken scratch biro on a piece of toilet paper that you can take a photo of, send it in.
Or just mail it to us. And we'll scan it.
Do something with it.
We didn't get any submissions this week, so I'll just rock this one up.
Yeah.
It's kind of redundant now.
It is. Where are you, Noble?
He's
planning
planning
to
worried. Blow up the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, don't do that.
Should I check the Insta and see if he's...
Yeah, I think it might be worth it. I'll tell everyone about the Elements server while you're doing that. So we do have an open Elements server which you can join. There's various apps you can use or just do it online. Ways to do that are in the show notes. And we have various rooms. We have a book club. We have news. We have general chat. We have guest suggestions, which are always extremely popular. If you guys have heard a guest that might suit our podcast on another podcast, please let us know, and we'll endeavour to get them on. Anyone you've heard of, we'll happily put out some feelers and try and get that guest list growing. What other rooms have we got in there?
There's the meme room. News. So that's where people can post news stories like the your man, the turkey surgeons. Helen, I think it was, posted that in the Element server in the news thread. So, that's how you become a producer. That's why we call you producers rather than fans. This makes me gip and cringe. Like it's like eating a lemon.
Yeah, get involved.
Fans, that's awful. You're not fans. You're not listeners. You're producers. You help us produce this content. These are the ways that you do it.
Active engagement. So yeah, the Element server is really where you can kind of talk to us directly, see our ugly faces.
Yeah, it's a social hub.
Yeah.
I think, have we gone through everything? Oh, Focus Chi.
Focus Chi.
So we have one.
This is something unique that only we can offer.
I believe so. I've not heard it anywhere else on any other YouTube channel or podcast.
No, we can focus our chi energy and send it towards you for your use in your given aim, goal. If you've got any issues you need assistance with, where chi energy might help, we can send you some of ours because we are accredited, absolutely overflowing with it.
We're accredited chi practitioners.
Yeah.
We're dripping with it.
It's just
leaks out of every orifice.
You can't move for chi.
It's like the carpet is like a 90s nightclub. You stick to the floor when you walk in here because of all the chi that's just sort of seeped into the carpet.
Yeah,
our chi cuppeth overfloweth.
It doesn't.
And if you have any requests, you have, health issues or interview coming up, driving test, all these things we've helped people with.
We have, and
With
it's
our
100%. Is it 100%?
No, it's 99. I think for legal reasons, we can't say it's 100% effective.
Can we say 101% effective?
No, because that's nonsense.
Legally.
It's because I think we had a failure.
Did we?
I think we had one chief failure that
Wasn't our
remember.
fault, though, was it? There was something else.
Yeah, it wasn't us. It was them.
It's receiver error.
She didn't assume the correct position
No.
to receive the chi.
That's Matt's fault. He's so targeted with his chi.
Yeah, well, I always aim for the pineal gland, the third eye, back of the head, just above, in between the ears.
And I operate a fine spray of chi in your general direction.
A mist.
A mist. A chi mist.
You have to walk through it.
Yeah.
It's like getting a test of perfume.
Yeah. You spray into the air and wander through.
And Matt aims for the prostate in the men.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Gotta have a hobby, haven't you?
Because I'm literally a communist.
So Emma sent us a message in Element, I think, or Insta, I can't remember, but she's suffering from a bad back.
Oh, no.
And she requested some chi to be focused at her back.
Which vertebrae?
She wasn't. She didn't specify.
Fine, I'm just going to say spray a fine mist. But
Have to back up into it.
yeah.
Maybe do a little mushroom,
twerk.
Mushroom
Twerk
dance.
into the chi
That
mist.
fucking fungus guy who was dancing before. Can't remember the song now.
But it was a banger.
Yeah, it was a mycelium jam. Mycelium jam.
Doesn't sound too appetizing.
I think you have to put a lot of sugar in that.
A gentleman's relish.
What are you having on your ploughmans?
With a mycelial jam, huh? Yeah.
Fucking Heston Blumenthal's new restaurant. It's the space-aged ploughmans.
Be served with a quick spritz of chi.
Yeah, you have to walk through your chi, pick up your mycelium jam. What meat would be on that ploughman's? Some sort of cloned goat.
Yeah, it'd be something.
No, it would be shavings from a Turkish cosmetic surgery.
Oh, yes.
That would make the meat. Honey
cheap
roast.
and nutritious.
Yeah, the bread would be a honey roast little. A little honey roast.
Little honey roast.
You got to slice
Peanuts.
yourself. Honey roast. Yeah.
Nice honey roast peanuts.
Are they?
Yes.
I'm thinking dry roast.
Well, you can get those as well. You can get honey roast now.
The pretty, the dry roast are pretty dusty. You end up with a thin mist
Fine Mr. Peanut dust.
of peanut
I'd
dust.
be terrified to go anywhere in public with a peanut because everyone's allergic. Well,
Oh, they're not.
allergic.
Well, it's been all over the news, you know. Have you heard about the NHS saying you need to start giving kids peanuts in small doses?
Just
like we
randomly.
have done since time immemorial. Yeah, because they've finally figured out, 20 years on that we've created peanut allergies, essentially.
It's like the licking bus seats thing, isn't it?
Well, hyper-sterilising everything, it's daft. I like my kids to eat dog shit.
Wow.
Not literally.
At
Come on.
every meal.
No, don't take health advice from this podcast.
Oh, Willie G.
Chi.
Are we ever going to get to this focus, Chi?
Do we do it now or do we? Yeah, we should do it now.
Do it now. Okay.
Right.
It's not
We
just
already
us,
have
by the way. It only helps if we do this communally. You have to do this at home as well. Oh, lower. Just got a message through. I've just seen
Lower.
it.
Right,
Lower
okay.
back. So we're aiming for Emma's lower back with our chi.
Okay.
Eyes down, looking.
Chungus never seems so sus. So sus. So sus. He vents to electrical.
Okay, so hopefully the chi was vented via electrical to Emma's lower back.
I nearly lost it then. I had to do some fire breathing to get back on.
Breath of fire.
That's the one.
Did you squeeze? Did you squeeze?
Always.
Squeeze, because
Hey, if I'm not squeezing, I'm loose.
no asshole, no holy hole.
No asshole. No anal hole, no holy hole.
Okay.
Holy hole.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
No.
Hopefully that works, Emma. Hope your back's feeling better soon.
Wow.
Hell's bells. Birthdays. Let us know if you've got a birthday coming up, because we've got like a dozen birthday jingles that we like to play.
Yes.
It's another underused thing. If it's your birthday, we want to know. We want to say happy birthday to you.
I mean, it's always someone's birthday somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, they have to be listening, I think, for it to be worth bothering.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We could just make them up.
Steve Anus.
Turkey surgeon. Michael. It's your 35th birthday. You look like Robbie Downey Jr. and Peter Sutcliffe's love child. Hey, happy birthday, huge anus.
Brilliant.
Right, Chi. What's the best way? What's the best way to drop your eavesdropping ways and become a producer of this shit show?
Purely donating a coin.
Keep the mics
Keep
hot.
the mics hot. Keep spinning the reel. Your silvers are armor. Your coppers are steel.
Echoes in our metal vault, keep it alive. Give us value. Your coins of power, fueling our drive. Can you be the one to keep us alive? Give us value. Just press play, we slay, asking you today.
If you go to the AmishInquisition.com, you'll find a PayPal button there. Give us a one-off donation, sign up for a monthly recurring sustaining donation. You can use the Cash App, or you can buy us a coffee. Links in the show notes.
Heads or tails, your choice. But every bit helps our voice. Every story told, every laugh you hear. Your whispers a shout, your bits a cheer.
I'll fade it out there. It's far too long, this jingle.
It's fucking amazing.
I'm already bored of it.
Oh, yeah.
Send a coin to your casters. See our journey prevail.
I might just have to download it to my iPod Nano.
Yeah, only you fuckers out there can
Save
save.
Plotland.
Keep this shit show going by tossing us a coin. It's much appreciated. Helps us pay for the running costs and upgrades. There's a platform. It's like a thing where you put in your video,
Right.
and it spits out little like YouTube Shorts, TikTok sized
Oh, yeah.
videos that I want to get, but it's £100.
A year.
Yeah. So these things will help us. Hopefully.
Do those things.
Yeah. It's fucking nonsense, isn't it? It is what it is. I've got the
Is what it is. Well, it is what it is because you are who you are. That's why it is.
That's why it is, man.
It's never been clear.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Why is it on repeat?
to you.
Why is it on loop? It's not meant to do that. Gosh, gouge my eyes out.
Gouge his eyes.
Man. Yeah, so the links are in the show notes if you want to support us. Hopefully you think we're a team worth supporting.
You're looking, you're thinking, and they know, they're not daft. They're looking at this team we're supporting and we're fighting every week for. I've given up. They gave up.
Right. You know what we normally do now? End of show ISOs.
End of show ISOs. How many have you got, Phil?
An embarrassment of riches.
Oh, my word.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. It's kind of funny to know. All right, number 1.
Yep, go.
Highway to Gaydon.
It's a bit like being on the highway to Gaydon.
Gaydon.
It's a bit quiet, isn't it? Why is it quiet?
It's
a bit like being on the highway to Gaydon.
Some sort of phone-in show. I don't
Rubbish.
know. Rubbish. Always on time.
Always on time.
It's the old stalwart.
It's all Nige.
Always on time.
Always on time.
Nuts.
Nuts.
I like nuts.
It's fitting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nuts.
Nuts.
Okay. This is good. You're going to love it.
You're going to love it. I'm coming on it.
Oh.
Oh, hang on.
You're going to love it. I'm coming on it.
Not love it that much.
You're going to love it. I'm coming on it.
Ooh.
Bit creepy, that one.
Yeah.
Poor editing.
Who's saying that in the northern lady voice?
Which bit?
You're going to love it.
You're going to love
coming
it.
on it.
Angela Rayner.
I thought it might be.
The
Ginger Mischief.
So what's winning? Always on time. No, nuts. You like nuts?
I do like nuts. I do like always on time.
Nuts.
Okay, no asshole.
No asshole, no holy hole.
Of course. Oh, it is asshole. I thought it was anal hole.
No asshole, no holy hole.
There you go.
Definitely an
Mandela
asshole.
effect.
Major asshole.
Major asshole.
Just need a rectum.
You just need a rectum and a third eye.
I think you just need a rectum. It's better than
that's pretty.
No asshole, no hole.
You just need a rectum and a third eye.
That's pretty good.
It is good.
You're going to love it. I'm coming on it.
You just need a rectum and a third eye.
Okay. What about this?
Squeeze that beautiful anal ring.
Oh, God. I mean, it's a keeper for sure.
Squeeze that beautiful anal ring.
You're going to love it. I'm coming on it.
God, this has gone quite perfect. This
It's
podcast.
absolutely British Library.
Yeah. Last one.
We'll just smash everything to hell and anarchy everywhere.
Who the hell's that?
We'll just smash everything to hell and anarchy everywhere.
It's almost, is it your man? John B, Nigel B.
I just rewatched
It is,
Cabaret.
isn't it?
Hedonistic orgy.
We'll just smash everything to hell and anarchy everywhere.
Wow.
It is Jordan B. Michael B.
Jordan B.
Jordan
Peterson.
B. Peterson.
Wow, shit. Oh, I don't know.
Squeeze that beautiful anal
I
ring.
don't like the way he pronounces beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a bit like being on the highway to Gaydon.
I think that one's out. It's just
That's how it's this one, isn't it?
You just need a rectum and a third eye.
Yeah.
I think that's the winner.
That's all you need. All you need.
Okay. So that's it.
Yeah.
Just need a rectum and a third eye. That's how we'll end the show.
Forget your rib cage.
So, I mentioned earlier that I had a new segment to debut,
Oh, yes.
but I didn't tell you anything more.
No, you left me in tantalizement.
Tantric
Something.
Liza Minnelli. Mint. Tantric Liza Minnelli.
Minelement. The fifth Minelement.
I need to tell you about Element. I've used Element every single morning for over 3 years now. It is the way I start every single day. It tastes fantastic.
Liza Minnelli. Yeah, so this is the new segment that I'm debuting. We'll see how it works. It's called the Meme Blitz.
Meme Blitz.
In the meme arena, the fun never quits. Meme blitz, meme blitz. We scroll and search to find your fix. Meme blitz, meme blitz. It's a meme storm and we're on the chase. Buckle up, tune in while we meme blitz. Wow, we got face.
I'm liking that. Yeah.
Pretty Motley Crue, no?
Definitely Motley Crue, yeah. Or like, what's the other one? Any of the other ones? Van Halen. No, Motley Crue. Skid Row.
no,
I'm
they're
thinking
pretty sleazy.
Yeah. Skid Row as well. Thinking.
Brett's.
The Hitman Heart.
The Hitman Heart was in a hair metal band from Alberta. The Sharpshooters.
Wow.
That's a deep cut.
The Sharpshooters. That was the tag team, right? No, it wasn't.
That was his finishing move.
Signature move. Yeah, sorry.
God, it was like a
Heart Foundation.
half Boston Crab. Yeah, the Heart Foundation.
Yes.
Brett,
yes.
Owen, and Jim the Anvil. Neidhart.
Yes.
All dead. No, they're not. Brett's still alive, I think.
Yes.
Brett the Hitman. He's
Probably
still
got
going.
a podcast.
What if you come on ours?
Do you reckon he would?
No.
Right.
See, I like the thing that he used to give his sunglasses to a kid in the audience when he walked out every time, didn't he?
So you could tell he was a nice guy. No,
Yeah.
He was evil one.
He wasn't a heel.
A heel?
Yeah.
He was a toe.
A heel. That's the technical term for Ric Flair, the Undertaker, Bobby Heenan.
The Legion of Doom.
They were good guys,
The
mainly.
Bushwhackers.
Bushwhackers. Nasty Boys. How many more 90s WF tag teams can you name?
Natural disasters. Earthquake and typhoon.
Combined weight.
Massive.
752 pounds with a combined weight. Yeah, Earthquake and Typhoon. Good shout. Yeah, they were tag team champs for a spell. Do you remember the Rockers?
No.
Shawn Michaels
and Ultimate Warrior. No.
Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Oh, no, I don't even remember
the
Marty
Rockers.
Jannetty.
Legion of Doom.
Was IRS and Big Boss Man in? Were they in a tag team together?
No, IRS and Ted DiBiase. The $1 Million Man.
It's Jake the Snake Roberts in a
Money Inc. What they call
Money Inc. I think that was it. Yeah. Money.
Everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
That's when it might be good now.
When
I've not
wrestling
watched
was
it.
great. That's when wrestling was great.
It was great.
When
at
I
the
was
time.
7.
You'd be watching the World Cup, Italia 90, and then some WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think we nailed all the best time. I said the Nasty Boys, right?
Yeah.
Knobs and Sags.
Twice. Knobs and Sags.
Sags?
Sags.
He had saggy boobs.
All right.
And,
Okay.
and
Knobs.
Knobs doesn't require any explanation.
Nope.
The Bushwhackers. They were good fun.
Yeah.
They were they meant to be from Florida
I think
or
they were like
Australia?
Rednecks, Florida, yeah.
I seem to think there was like an Australian tag team.
Was there? No, I'm getting confused with the Heart Foundation again. That's Canadian, wasn't it? British Bulldog.
Yeah.
Was he in
What was
it?
his name?
Davy Boy
Smith.
Smith, yes.
Yes, David Boy Smith. He was an intercontinental champ in the early 90s. Was he in a tag team? I don't think so. I think he was too big to be in a tag team.
Was because Hulk wasn't in a tag team, was he?
What, brother? Hulkamaniacs. Do you remember what he used to tell his Hulkamaniacs?
Hulkamaniacs.
Was
That
it?
was the fan club, right?
Eat your vitamins, say your prayers. Something else.
Open your rectum.
Open your third eye. Open your third eye, brother. Say your prayers. Take your vitamins. Breath of fire.
No wonder he got cancelled.
He did. It was some weirdness as well, wasn't it?
Some
sex thing. Was he having sex in the British Library toilets?
Probably.
Is that what it was?
That's all the rage these days.
I believe so.
Oh, man.
He was on Joe Rogan a while back.
Was he?
The Hulkster, yeah. Yeah, interesting to listen to. It wasn't a good interview in that way. Not like Ric Flair. Woo! Nature Boy, he could just be set off and he just had stories for days.
Yeah.
And he lived large, like he was a big boozer and like he was...
Do you think Hulk was probably holding back on what he
for
might
legal
say?
reasons?
Well, yeah, just
Maybe.
in case he got any more trouble.
Maybe, I don't know. Don't know.
Ooh,
Oh,
I'll have
gosh.
to Google some old wrestling when I get back.
So shall we do the meme blitz?
Oh, shit, yeah.
We
Oh,
played
yeah,
the
that new
jingle about
segment.
half an hour ago.
Oh, my God.
Noble's here now. Should we let him in? Does he
Yeah,
know
we
we're
can flip
live?
Reverse it. We'll just let him in. If he doesn't know we're live,
Oh, gosh.
say we've not started yet. 55 minutes.
Fade is up. Oh, look at his logo.
Wow.
Look at that.
Hexagonal.
Bonjour.
Whoa,
Oh,
Noble.
Noble.
We're live. Don't say fuck or cunt.
1 million apologies, gentlemen.
Don't worry about it. It's all
That's
right.
fine. We've just flip reversed it.
Yeah, we've just been doing some news and having a whale of a time. We've been talking about WWF from the 1990s.
Oh, the good old times, the WWF.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was that before they got sued by the World Wildlife Foundation.
Well, yeah, that was clearly well before that, yeah. I think that would have been mid to late 90s, I would imagine.
Yeah.
That took place because, as you know, we grew up, it was the WWF. Macho Man Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, yeah.
What you gonna do?
Carry on. Don't leave it there.
Oh, okay. When the madness comes all down on you.
How are you, Noble? How are you?
I'm wonderful, gentlemen. Apart from having a trapped nerve in my left lower back yesterday, just out of nowhere, I'm like an old man. I couldn't even do anything. My plans were scarpered. I wanted to renovate the lawn today, the back garden. So yeah, but I'm feeling much better. Much better.
We could have, if we'd have known, we've already done it, but we could have focused some chi at your lower back for healing properties.
Oh man, I totally forgot, gentlemen. I totally forgot the Northern Lights, the Northern chi energy.
Oh, yes.
How are you for time? Are you right? I didn't know if you were coming in just to say hello.
No, of course, go. Let's do it, gentlemen. I'm here.
Right.
I'm here for a good time, not for a long time.
Nice.
Where's that from? Is that from a movie?
It is, but I can't remember I've actually stolen it from Michael Chandler because I hear him saying it a lot, but I know it's from a movie.
I don't even know who Michael Chandler is.
Oh, the UFC fighter, 155, former Bellator fighter.
No, we're WWF, man.
Sorry. Pardon self. Pardon self.
UFC
Yes.
Stuff is staged. WWF is where it's as proper wrestling.
Yeah, the scripted stuff, of course. Yeah, kayfabe, all that. Yes, indeed.
First on BBC One.
What the fuck's going on? Oh my God, sorry.
There we go.
Hang on, yeah, we just had a technical snafu. What the fuck's going on?
They're getting down.
Why is this guy getting down? Sorry about that.
What was that? That was interesting. That was.
Oh, you'll have to go back. I flicked scenes on OBS, and I must have had that video open when I flicked. Oh, it's a lot of nonsense.
It's funky.
All I wanted to do was move my bloody video over because I've just noticed that the side of it's been cut off. But,
oh yeah, I see. Yes, there we go.
Yeah, I'm terrible. And
no, you're not. You're a technological wizard, you guys, especially you.
No, it's all pretty simple. I'm terrible at computers, Noble. I've I don't work on a computer for a day job. I've never really been into like building my own computers or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or software. It always seems to go wrong in my hands.
But
so I'm kind of phobic.
But most importantly, you're able for the past 3-4+ years now to be able to create these masterpieces. So, there might be some hiccups and stuff, but no, you are doing some excellent work, sir.
Well, we try. I noticed on I was looking at your channel earlier, and you're doing a lot of UFC and boxing stuff at the minute.
Yeah, the old boob tube. We always have this conversation. The old boob tube and shadow banning and all the rest of that stuff. It can be very disheartening. It can be very disheartening. So I thought to myself, there's a lot more growth on the CFR sports side. So let me actually concentrate a little bit more there versus the CFR network.
Right. And is it bearing fruits? Are you seeing
It was, and then they've sort of shadow banned the CFR sports now. And gentlemen, I'm not, as you can imagine, I'm not necessarily controversial per se on the CFR sports. It's same kind of thing, and very much interview heavy. But it's odd. It's odd. It's just really odd. And everyone who comments on the contents, they're like, why on earth? Why don't you have 1 million views and 1 million subscribers? And what's going on? And I simply say, the power of the old boob tube. They shadow ban people and put people out of the algorithm.
Yeah, I don't understand it because we played this run this experiment Was it earlier this year? Was it about a year ago? Because one of our sort of things is that we're value for value. We don't put ads or
indeed,
we don't do sponsors, and we've been asked numerous times by different companies for sponsorship.
DraftKings. I'm always getting that one.
The last one we had was that ball shaving company.
Okay, that's good. That's good. At least they're reaching out, kind of thing.
Yeah, I suppose. But I mean, the thing is that if you're beholden to advertisers, if you're reliant on revenue, through adverts, then if you become reliant on that, and then the advertisers decide to turn off the taps because of something you're saying,
indeed,
it increases the chances that you're going to start censoring yourself and thinking, oh, I don't think this topic is going to be favorable with the advertisers. Maybe we'll skip that. Maybe we'll not talk about Israel and Gaza this week. It's a bit dangerous for the, or we'll not talk about Rishi Sunak and Keir Starmer, whatever it might be. But there's that danger there. So we adopted the value for value method. It's not lucrative, I'll tell you that much. If it was about the money, we'd get a lot more money through doing sponsorship deals and and stuff. But about 18 months ago, we got this. We got to the thresholds that are required to become monetized on YouTube.
Well, hey, I like it.
Yeah, so I've sort of run this experiment because you were talking about the shadow banning and stuff, and my theory going in was, if you're monetized, YouTube now is making money off your content.
Yes,
maybe there's an avenue there where they'll share your stuff out to different people because they're getting something out of you.
Yeah,
rather than you just putting your content out for free.
Indeed, yeah.
YouTube doesn't make any money really. If you're just if you're a non-premium user and you just watch YouTube and you watch videos of channels that are not monetized, I mean, you're kind of a burden on YouTube. You're using
not really. No. You've got to think about this. This is a slither which I don't think you've actually thought about, and maybe it's a small slither, but that same scenario, you will still have ads. Before you were monetized, guys, you would still have ads playing on your videos.
Oh yeah, for anyone who's not a premium subscriber,
who's not paying that $9.99 a month, they're still going to get that. If you've got one subscriber and you've got like maybe 10 views, they'll put an ad on that.
Really? Because I didn't come across that before we were monetized. If I would go back and scan the videos to see.
Yeah.
Because they generally come at the beginning, don't they? It's not like
exactly.
You don't have to watch the whole video. You can just click on it. And, adverts never used to come up. But I don't know. I don't know how it works.
It's a weird game because I've got my original channel, which is, I guess, more in line, not so much now because I don't necessarily upload content to it. But that's more in line, I guess, with the content that they like of sorts. Right. Because I've well past the threshold to be monetized, etc., etc. I've left that channel totally dead in regards to actually, getting the membership, etc. But the views, it's like 4 or 5 million plus.
Wow!
But there's ads on that every video, multiple ads. And if I go onto one of my profiles that doesn't have the premium, then straight away, as you say, straight at the start, the ad comes up. Then you skip that. 2 minutes later, another ad. So they're getting it. This digital coin, they're squeezing it every way they can.
Gotta make money.
Yes. Well, these crazy space monkeys, gentlemen.
This is why I'm sort of umming and ahhing about Spotify, because I listen to No Agenda. I don't know if you're familiar with the No Agenda podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, and they refuse to go on Spotify, and it's a difficult one because Spotify is generally a paid-for service. You can get the free stuff, but you're limited in functionality. You can't skip tracks. You can't.
Yes.
I don't think you can download stuff.
No.
There's various limitations on you. You get a shit service basically, and it pushes everyone to pay whatever it is, £10 a month.
$9.99 a month, or it may even be going up, mate. I think
it's more. I think it's like £12 for me. I think.
12. Okay.
Yeah. And so, as a podcaster, you think, well, that's a massive platform. our stuff should be on there so that people can access. It's easy, and you might get new listeners who use Spotify. But it's great for Spotify. They've got all these people making all these podcasts and uploading it to their servers, and then they get to charge people to listen to it.
Yeah.
$10 a month.
Yeah. It's an interesting. It's the Bill Gates model, isn't it? Just updated and slightly refined.
Being a twat.
Okay, here we go. Come on. We're talking common language now, of course. Keep it simple, stupid. Yes, they're being absolute idiots because if we look at the analytics, I'm in the dashboard now. Now let's go back pre-zombie apocalypse. iTunes and Spotify was the main sources of podcasting, streams, should we say.
Right.
I would say it will always be a throw up. iTunes would be number one, then it would be Spotify now, and then Podcast Addict. Let's not forget the good old-fashioned Podcast Addict. That would be number 3. Web browser, 64.7%. Apple Podcasts, 11.5%. Podcast Addict, 9.8%. Spotify, 8.4%, and other, 5.6%. The dynamics have totally changed, gentlemen. Totally.
Who's the biggest boy on the block now? Is it not Apple anymore?
I haven't done that in-depth research. I think Apple's still the major player because most people want to be part of that whole crew of having the Apple. So I think they're still up there. But again, my own trends, I'm seeing that no, I'm not seeing those major players up there. I'm seeing web traffic and activity. It seems like people are saying, no, let's remove some of these apps from the surfboard or from the phone, and let's just go to the website. Let's just go back to the olden days. Let's type in the www dots and then the rest of it, and let's consume the content that way. Old school.
Have you had emails off YouTube about uploading your RSS to YouTube?
Yes, I certainly have.
That's interesting. That's an interesting move. They're trying to get in on it. So that's how podcasts work, is with this RSS feed, and you put this feed into whatever podcast platform, and
Indeed.
then they pick your feed up whenever you update and publish the new episode.
Yeah.
And so YouTube have decided they want to move into this, and you can submit your RSS feed for your podcast to YouTube, and they will publish it on YouTube. And it's a bit like the Spotify thing. Again, you're thinking, well, YouTube's the second biggest search engine on earth. That's, I have a podcast, it should be on there. And they're the same. They're milking you. They're making you do all the work, and they want to monetize it.
Yeah.
Build it. They built the infrastructure, and excellent content creators who came well before us created that. We consumed that. We went down all of the rabbit holes. We saw the little DIY things. And then they said, great, let's get, Dinosaur, Shame Stream Media. It's done now. We've built this to a point now. We can get a lot more advertisers in. We're going to get ITV on here. We're going to get BBC. We're going to get CNN. We're going to get CBS. We're going to get all of the legacy stupid media that no one's watching. And we're going to put them on the old BoobTube. And then you know what we're going to do? All of the people who have created BoobTube, see you later, alligator, because we're going to start to change every 6 months our terms and conditions. What we are now, Sunday, Friday, I had an email saying, we're taking your content down, Mr. Noble, because you're talking about stuff which has been on mainstream news about organ harvesting and what they do with aborted babies and stuff. It's all on the news, isn't it? You can go to CNN, you can go to Fox, and you can go to independent content creators talking about this topic. And I mentioned it for like 1 minute and 30-something seconds, gentlemen, 3 years ago, and all of a sudden it's medical misinformation.
Really? That's interesting, because we did a show, I think it was in the early 200s or the late 100s with Mitchell Gerber.
Yes.
And that was all about the Uyghur
Falun Gong
organ harvesting. And as far as I know, that is that still stands, that video.
I think so, yeah.
But you don't know when the algorithm's going to come after you. You know, it might be us next week. And that'll be it. That video will be gone.
The algorithm doesn't move fast enough for the change in approach that we're seeing in the general media. So, you know, for that stuff that, you know, may have been on mainstream, you know, it could have been medical misconstrued as medical information before mainstream media picked it up. But the algorithm wasn't quick enough to do its work then before the flip reversal. And now it's kind of catching up with itself. So, you know, people's attitudes to certain topics might change 6 or 7 times by the time the original algorithm comes in and swings the axe.
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird because usually, I mean, there's been times, obviously, and I would imagine you've experienced this, when you're in the upload process and it's like, no, we're not even going to allow you to upload it. And there was a lot of that going on, and then it kind of stopped. And then it was, oh, well, we're just going to go back 5 years. We're going to go back to when you first opened your channel, and that one with a lot of views, yeah, it's unacceptable now, guys. Yeah. You may have 25,000 views on it, but, you know, we've made enough ad revenue off you. You know, we've boosted you a little bit, but we're going to take that away now. And that analytic sort of nugget, you no longer have that statistic, and you no longer have that content.
Nope.
Which was potentially driving people to see that content and saying, wait a minute, look at all this other wonderful stuff. I'll subscribe. And even if they're not going to subscribe, they'll at least scroll through some of the other videos.
The house always wins, Noble. It's the same.
That's why you got to build your own house.
Well, that's what I was thinking. How if you were to create a platform that was, you know, free or half the price of one of the major platforms, you know, I think it would be shut down pretty rapidly. But that's what needs to happen. Some sort of grassroots Napster-esque thing.
Well, decentralized.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That can't be. Yes, YouTube's massive. Yes, Spotify's massive. People are there because it's easy, and people are lazy, and everything's there in one place.
Yeah.
You can't have a grassroots thing growing and get all that licensed music because you don't have that. That costs money because it's controlled elsewhere. That's where Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts has grown. It's from the Apple Music side of things. It's from the licensed Universal, Geffen, all that sort of all the big producers have licensed that music, and that's how they've grown. They've paid for that, and now it's podcasts being added to it. If you were to build something from the ground up, you wouldn't be able to get to that size to be able to make a big enough dent in those
market
behemoths. You know, before you were shut down, or you just ended up running out of cash. But that is the sort of thing that I think needs to happen. If it doesn't happen, there's going to be no alternative. You know, eventually these things will get too big and fall over.
That's the beauty of RSS, is that you can't shut it down.
Yes.
And Adam Curry, going back to No Agenda, the podfather, has pretty much secured the future of podcasting with podcasting 2.0. So as long as you're using a 2.0 compliant app like Podcast Addict, which is the one I use, there's no shutting us down. Even if it means we have to have a server in here, we could have a server in this room.
Yeah.
As long as you have something connected to the internet. But that RSS feed is sacrosanct, and anyone who has that feed in their phone will be able to pick up on us. Video is different because there's the hosting. You know, our videos are probably 2 or 3 gigs a piece, gigabytes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so that's part of the deal with YouTube. They're hosting. How many videos have we done? You know,
330.
Well, no, we didn't start doing videos until into the hundreds.
Yeah,
but I'll say it's 200 videos. So what's that? A terabyte?
It's a lot. It's expensive.
A lot.
That's
A terabyte of bullshit that they're hosting on our behalf. We should be bowing. We should be thanking them. Bow to our YouTube overlords.
The overlords, the tech lords. And that's somewhere in bloody where was the place? They've got like pardon self. They've obviously got many of these data centers in America, but they're finding places. Oh God, isn't there somewhere like in the Canaries maybe, or in Spain, where they've just got loads of space? Like a couple acres basically, and they're finding these interesting places and saying, yep, that's going to be our data center. Let's put 10 million to it, and there we go.
Yeah, there's a lot in the Far East. Philippines.
But look at the power needed just cooling those damn things.
Yes.
It's like people, and we got to save the planet though, gentlemen. Like the cows are farting, which is a natural sentient being. But no, we're going to create servers so we can upload content to keep everyone glued to glowing crack phones or other devices. It's utter madness. And then, gentlemen, forget the combustion engine. Forget that. Get yourself into debt, get yourself a lease, and you got to get the latest Tesla. If you want to be in the crew, you got yourself an iPhone. You can't get anything else but a Tesla. Don't think about anything else but a Tesla. Have your little phone, and then your little iPhone. Have your little Tesla. Keep yourself in debt. You can't buy a house because the mortgage prices and utilities and all that. So you're just going to rent. £1,200 on your rent, £1,200 for your little Tesla. You bought your crap phone i99. That was $2,000. The world's yours.
I was having this conversation with my 8-year-old in the car yesterday because he was pointing out Teslas, and he's going, Tesla. We saw about 3 of them. And he was saying like, oh, they're really, how does everyone have so much money? I said, they don't own them. No one walks into a Tesla dealership and writes a check for £40,000. It's £400 a month. And then when the lease runs out in 4 years, you swap it for another one. And I said, it's the same with mobile phones, son.
Yeah.
No one goes into the iPhone store and chip and pins 1,800 quid or whatever, how much the new iPhone is. It's £30 a month or £40 a month.
No, come on. There's more than that now. I was looking at those deals about a couple of years back. Because in the olden days, we're aging ourselves and sorts. You would say, okay, I want the Nokia whatever.
3210, yeah.
This is it. Okay, sir. It's a $19.99 a month, unlimited calls, and your phone's free. Well, no, you don't need to pay for your phone.
Yeah.
Fast forward now. It's, okay, so you got to pay $38.99 a month for your phone, and then your contract price for your airtime is £42. Yes. So yeah, you're paying £98 a month for your phone now.
And it's 3 years minimum.
Yes! I forgot about that.
Yeah. Because it was 12 months, then it was 18.
12.
And I remember getting my first 2-year contract when I was maybe like 28 or 30 or something like that. Now it's 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
They're twats, aren't they? And we know where this is going because we've seen Schwab and his ref mates. Fast forward 10 years, you'll be renting a whisk. You won't buy a whisk. You'll rent it. I need a whisk for Tuesday night because I'm making a souffle.
At least you'll be happy.
The drone, the fucking the Royal Mail drone. Royal Mail's been privatised now. Drone will fly to your window, deliver your whisk, and you'll have it for 24 hours, and it'll cost you £3.
Why have it for 24 hours? You're only beating one egg. The drone can wait for you to.
Here we go. No, you pay extra for that. He goes up to a £5, and it will wait.
There'll be a damage waiver if you've left any residue on the.
Excuse me, sir. You haven't cleaned your whisk.
It's a £5
late fees. Fine. Yeah, £5 fine. It's like forgetting to bring your library books back.
You've been fined 10 credits.
You've been fined 10 Imperial credits.
Yes.
Imperial WEF credits. Your carbon allowance has been reduced by 10 units.
This is it. I was just about to get onto that. The allowance. So you place the order for the whisk, and then it comes back. Wait a minute. You haven't got enough credits for that. You haven't got enough social credits, and also you are only allowed to have a sweet item once a month. You had one last week. No. You can't. I'll tell you what we'll do though is we'll send you a whisk with some flour and salt.
Yeah, you're not having souffle. You need to make scrambled eggs with that shit, you twat. Scrambled eggs are get in the sea.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, we do the,
Yeah.
we're not worthy.
Yeah. I was wrong. What was I thinking? Souffle? No, we need eggs.
Oh God.
It's kind of terrifying. We're like laughing about this stuff, and like half of me is kind of serious that I'm concerned that these things could materialize, and half of me is like, they're not good in. It's not going to happen.
For some gentlemen, you're right to say that, because if you don't laugh, we would cry, or we would be them lunatics who are just hyper manic, screaming, "We've got to stop them! We've got to stop them! Go wake your family up!" No, because it is true. They're conditioning, especially the youngsters. You know, you've got an 8-year-old. There are people with arrested development who are our age who have been infected. And they're literally programmable characters now. So whatever flashes up on the crack phone, that's their paradigm. That's what they need to do. It's almost like being programmed. It's not almost like it is. It's being programmed. They send the bat signal out, and then oh, that's what we got to do now. Okay, so I'll just shave my hair right down the middle, and that's the new hairstyle. And then everyone does it. I'm cool, man.
This was touched upon in the Doctor Who episode yesterday.
Did you watch Doctor Who yesterday?
Yes.
Oh my God. So go on.
Well,
elaborate.
it was like it reminded me a bit of Black Mirror. Basically, these you were attached to this floating dot device that projected multiple screens around your head of all your friends, and it was like a social,
an augmented reality kind of thing.
Yeah, and you'd never turn that off, and it would tell you where to walk, and you go and work for your allotted slot wherever you sit, and then the rest of the time you're free to, I don't know, like just talk to your screens. And
when is this set in like the near future or something? Or,
I don't know. It's Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's sci-fi. But I mean, what's the context?
Well, they were on this planet, and essentially,
it's another planet.
Yeah,
right.
And they were all addicted to these floating dots, and they had you had everything you needed basically there in front of you, and it told you where to go: walk forward 3 steps, turn right 3 steps. And as it turns out, spoilers, they couldn't see. They didn't have any peripheral vision, so they couldn't see the real world. So all they could see was this layer of screens, and there were some giant slugs eating you, and they were slowly killing off the entire population of this planet. And then I got distracted, but there was like a deeper message running through, and I remember thinking at the end, that was an alright episode. But yeah, that was the sort of thing where everything's there for you. You don't need to worry about living anymore.
Brave New World. It sounds like Brave New World.
Yeah,
Mr. Huxley. Mm-hmm.
The anti-sex.
He's an interesting character. Have you done any research on Aldous Huxley? No,
not in some time, but he's the grandson of or son of Sigmund Freud or something like that. They're connected, aren't they?
They're connected, yeah. Yeah, Sheepfarm have done loads of deep dives on this period because you've different characters. Well, Orwell as well. Orwell, Huxley.
Orwell, yes.
Orwell's that ends well. Yeah, check out the Sheepfarm podcast. They've done loads on them, and like going through the dynastic things. You know, the relations between these different families, and Darwin's bulldog, Galton. Is it?
Francis Galton.
Is it Francis Galton? Yeah, I think he's related to Huxley. To the Huxley.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my! How synchronistic! It's a bit late, actually, to be fair. But I found that connection out maybe 3 weeks ago, and I meant to actually put those connections together because you won't know, but within Brum, we have Galton Bridge train station.
Right, named after Francis Galton.
Yes, he's good. You got Galton. We've got Mathew Bolton. They were all friends as well.
Who's Mathew Bolton?
Oh, he was a huge influence. Yes, but they don't tell us. They don't tell us. They just said that he was rich and I think was he in fabrics or something. But I may be wrong. Apologies, Brummies, but he was into something basically. He was a big time guy in the city doing things. It was Galton, Watts, and there was another person as well. Mathew Bolton, Francis Galton, and there's one more. It's like a triune in essence. But yeah, they were all eugenics. They were all
triumvirate of eugenicists from Birmingham.
Is Matthew Bolton that one that has that big gold statue in the middle of Birmingham? There's like
Yes.
Yeah, right. I knew I'd heard his name before.
Gosh, I've never heard of this guy. So he's from the colonial era, or the back end of the colonial era.
The good old days where if you had an idea and you knew somebody, you could become like your family would be set. Like if we could transport ourselves back then and have, a couple shillings behind us, like we would be like the tech overlords of now, but we would be for goods. We wouldn't be for bads.
Do you not see this? Excuse me. This being projected in the future. So we have people like Bezos. I'm just reminded of the Chris Tolworthy episode we did where he talked about the space gods.
Ah, yes.
About this. It was Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby who prophesied the rise of the space gods. And now we have Elon Musk. We've got
Jeff Bezos. To
a lesser extent, the Branston Pickle guy.
Branston, yeah. Don't forget him with the smiles.
Yeah, strange. Necker Island. He's just an odd one. He's a weirdo. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Gentlemen, do you find it very interesting that no one talks about his island? We've got Epstein's Island. We had that Neidgard Island. They've all got islands down, What's going on these? And he had that fire, remember? Didn't he have the fire there a couple of years back? The massive fire on that island.
Yeah, he was burning his records.
You see? He knew what was coming down the pipe. He was like, let's get rid of this.
But he's like, as far as I know, he's not on the Epstein list, I don't think, Branson.
He's too clever for that, man. He's too clever for that.
Is he?
He's gonna... Yeah, man. Come on. He's probably on. I put him in the same lines as Maxwell, the one who's floating in the Robert, yeah. I put him in the same bracket, man.
Now, what's your take on Maxwell? Is he MI6, Mossad?
All of them, all of the above, sir. Because they're all interlinked, aren't they? It's just different names for the different sectors, but they all work with each other for each other. Hey, let me just borrow your guy for a minute. I've got a job. Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, you can have him. Yeah. 2 weeks. Yeah, no problem. We just need Agent 999. Just give him. We need him for a month, though. Yeah, that's not a problem. Inter-country relations. We'll stand strong with Israel, and we'll stand strong with the belly of the beast in the form of the United States or United Snakes of America.
I seem to think he was from Eastern Europe originally. He changed his name when he became a British citizen and changed his name to Robert Maxwell. But I seem to think he was from like Ukraine or Romania or somewhere like that. I might be completely making this up.
Turkey surgeon.
He might have been a turkey surgeon. I don't know.
Bernard Mathew. Is Bernard Mathew still going?
Do you remember those, like ages ago, you could buy like a Bernard Matthews cylinder of meat?
Oh shit, I don't remember that.
That's in America, isn't it?
No, here. It was a cylindrical packaged bit of turkey, and you could slice it up for your Sunday roast and not have to worry about bones and shit.
Okay, so like Spam, but like Bernard Matthews style.
Kind of, yeah. I remember it kind of being shrink wrapped and cylindrical. Definitely not. Didn't look like meat.
We're treated like mushrooms. Feed them shit and keep them in the dark.
Absolutely.
No.
And people lap it up. To be honest, I'm guilty of such.
Turkey dinosaurs.
Not turkey dinosaurs. I'll occasionally get a tin, like one of those all-day breakfast tins.
Oh, Christ.
Wait a minute. Whoa. All-day breakfast tin? What on earth is that?
It's absolute filth, Noble. Don't get one. But if you got a hangover and you can't cook, you get this tin of slop and you put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. It's got beans. It's got those terrible sausages that are probably cancerous.
Oh, my gosh.
Egg things. Meat things. I mean, it's absolute filth, but I'm such a base animal in a lot of respects.
Is it got like shiny packaging and symbols on there, and your eyes are just drawn to it like pot noodles?
Even the label looks like shit. But I'll tell you what it is. It's sugar. They just probably ladle the sugar into that shit.
Yeah, it'd be salt, man. It'd be salt, not sugar. They'll ladle sugar, salt in that because we're all addicted to salt, especially if you're still partial to processed food. That salt will get you every damn time, man.
Yeah, salt. I mean, we do need salt.
Oh yes, sea salt, rock salt.
Yeah,
you know, with iodine in it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I get that pink stuff, the pink Himalayan.
The Himalayan, but we've got to be careful with that, gentlemen.
Why's that?
I'm liking it. Where'd you get it from?
Oh, probably Lidl.
Lidl, good old Lidl.
What's wrong with what the fuck's wrong with Lidl sea salt?
Well, I prefer Lidl or Lidl, as us folk call it, over Aldi or Aldi. There's lots of fakeries about, lots of fake Himalayans. Do you remember? I think it was let's go 5 years back. Pink Himalayan sea salt. Well, salt, not sea salt. Salt was expensive, very expensive. You're looking £3, £4, £5 upwards.
Right.
How are we getting it for like £1 now?
Is that not just not economies of scale? Everyone's hip to it now. The people want it. There's a massive demand there, so we can get it in cheaper.
There's that element to it, but depending on where you purchase it, I'm just a stickler from where you purchase items from. Like, you know, some people still go to, like, you know, their local, you know,
salt
exploitative store and purchase that. Where if you go to a big box store, maybe buy it for 99 pence, and they'll pay £1.30 for it at these exploitative convenience stores.
Yeah. And
I doubt it very much, gentlemen and ladies, that would be real. I think someone's sitting in a room somewhere with dye, however they do it, and they're producing something very cheaply.
You think you would be able to test for it? Obviously, not the companies; they won't do it, and there won't be any regulator who'll do it. But as a private citizen, you think there might be a way of sort of testing the. Yes,
you can. There's two ways. The other way I can't fully remember, but the other way is quite simple. It's just a water test.
Right.
But drop 1 or 2 into multiple different cups of water, and see how they dissipate. Number one, and how quickly they dissolve. If it's natural, it shouldn't dissolve very quickly. Anything processed will dissolve very quickly.
If it turns the water pink, you're in trouble, right?
I was just going to get onto that with that food dye stuff.
What do you make of just to change subjects, because this is the biggest story of the week, and we don't normally talk much politics. But what do you make of the Orange Man revelations this week?
The orange perverts. Is he nice again? Synchronistic. He was at UFC 302 and was receiving. You know, he was in his orange splendor.
Heavyweight or what was he fighting in? Heavyweight.
He was ringside, but he wasn't actually in the cage.
Oh, what a shame.
No, because remember, gentlemen, we've come off the scripted stuff, and now I'm going back into the non-scripted entertainment, sports entertainments. Yep. Even though, sidebar, and remind me so we can go back to this, there are some people who hypothesize or propose, because Endeavor purchased UFC quite some time back for a ridiculous amount of money, and have merged them together with WWE to form TKO brands, float them on the stock exchange under sports entertainment. People are saying, well, the WWE/WWF is scripted. You know, these guys, it's more and more apparent now, the scripted nature of wrestling. When we was growing up, I don't think it was that obvious.
Hey, that was real, man. In the 90s.
I was in, I've spoken before, I was probably 14 or 15 when I actually realized it was fake. And when you realize that it's not real, unfortunately, some people stick with it because there's grown men who are still into it and they'll get big bouts.
But I mean, they know it's fake, but they enjoy the spectacle.
The spectacle of it. To me, it's a bit too much of a spectacle now. well, no, not now. It's just a spectacle. The skills that unless you can tell me otherwise, I'm pretty sure the lower weight classes, the skill, the actual wrestling, that's what I enjoyed seeing. That's why I used to like Mr. Perfect, because he demonstrated skill in the ring. It wasn't just power. I want to do the tombstone, or I'm going to put them over my head and bench press them a couple of times and then top them over.
I was going to say, you said Mr. Perfect. I was going to say the excellence of execution, but that's Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret the Hitman Hart again.
What was Mr. Perfect's sort of tagline?
Moniker. He didn't have a tagline, but his finishing move was the Perfect Plex.
Yes, yeah, I remember it well. Well, you must remember the epic intercontinental title fight between Bret and Mr. Perfect. Was it SummerSlam '92?
I've got it on tape. I have it on tape, sir.
On VHS. Good.
VHS, yes.
Yeah.
And do you remember Roddy Piper at the end? Tear it up, Bret! Tear it up, when he was ripping his clothes off, his spandex little somes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Memories, man. You can't beat it.
But you can appreciate the athleticism and the technical ability to not hurt each other. Like,
exactly.
I mean, obviously they hurt each other. They get bumps and bruises and all sorts of damage. But not to actually kill each other with a perfect plex or a body tombstone or whatnot. You can definitely appreciate the athleticism. It's not a joke. People think, well, wrestling's fake and gay. It's all make believe, but no, these guys are 300-400-pound guys running into each other. You're not getting up from that without a scratch on you. You're getting hurt.
Concussions, broken bones,
absolutely.
ACL breaks, neck breaks. How many people have broken their neck?
Yeah, it's been few.
Loads. It's a very and for it to be scripted. This is the thing. For it to be scripted as well. I mean, I'm thinking like maybe you should actually, if you're going to put your body through that, and look at the grueling schedule that wrestlers have to go through, big stars.
I was listening to Ric Flair on Joe Rogan. We mentioned it briefly earlier before, and he was talking about his schedule. I mean, he was on the road for years.
Yes, yeah.
And they'd wrap up a tour in the States and then go to Japan and tour around Japan for 3 months.
Replace the circus.
It's like a circus, yeah. Bread and circuses.
100%. So,
Trump.
Remind me back. Trump. So, yeah. There we go. Thank you. Because when I go in those tangents, I'm like, I'll go someplace. So, Mr. Trump, the orange pervert himself, who is an interesting character. It's all a show, isn't it? It's all a show. We had, before this political headline, we had Kendrick Lamar and Bloody Drake in Forbes, in mainstream media was picking up on this and talking about the timeline. MMA Hour, the guy was talking about. I'm thinking it's working perfectly. They fed the scripts, and we got to talk about. This isn't a music podcast that we do, but you want us to talk about Drake, and we'll do that. Because clearly there's an agenda. They want our minds, not where they should be, but they want them here, there, and everywhere. So him being convicted, of like 30 odd charges. They didn't even throw one of them out. They're like, yeah, man, 34. You're guilty of all of them.
Yeah, well, there's more to this story than meets the eye. The jurors were instructed that they didn't have to name a charge. They just had to find him guilty of a felony. I watched. We've had a guest 2-3 times. Malin Baker.
Oh yes,
is a YouTuber. He's dangerously reasonable. And he's like he's the place I go. He's one of the channels I go to for politics because he's very level-headed. He prides himself on being unbiased and sort of a neutral observer and being in the middle ground, essentially, and not being, we're so surrounded by reactionaries, whether it's the right or left, same fucking two wings, same bird. That's my point of view, And Malin's like, I'm down the middle. Look at these things. I'm as objective as I can possibly be, and this is my take. And he did a video on the Trump stuff yesterday. And his takeaway was, that essentially the Democrats have crossed a Rubicon here, and this could turn out really badly. It's essentially a political persecution. The way the Democrats gerrymandered the judge, the location.
Oh, yes.
How they changed the charges. So all these charges would normally be a misdemeanor.
Indeed.
With a fine. But but for political... So essentially, Malin said he's being politically persecuted. He's a former president who's being politically persecuted. And they're doing it for the headline. For the 34... A convicted felon.
Yes.
Former president convicted felon. Because their candidate is so fucking lame. And his chucklehead of a vice president, Kamala, is so fucking lame. They need to do this because they think they can swing. If this 34 convictions can give them a 5% swing, it might just save their bacon in November. And it's so dangerous because, as Malin said in his video, this is the first president or former president to be convicted of a felony. Yeah. But you've just set the president now. It ain't going to be the last. Because whoever comes in next, it's not going to be like JFK, who's a famous womanizer. Bill Clinton,
Come on.
Going over some accountancy irregularity. Well, you've just set the president now. This is what politics is going to be like in this country for the foreseeable future. And they're going to reap the whirlwind sooner or later. And they've increased what was an outside chance, but is now becoming increasingly probable of actual political violence in the United States.
That's what they want.
And of course they want it. We know this, but the people who watch CNN and NBC, the NPCs who just get fed this diet of diatribe and programming. Why do they call it TV programs?
Come on.
Because it's programming. And they will lap it up because they're so partisan. Yes. And, Orange Man bad.
Yeah. My team.
Hairy legs good. So what's the result going to be? Everyone suspects that it's going to be a close election. Right? If Biden wins on a close election, we already saw what happened 4 years ago about the rig. Oh, the votes. The
insurrection.
Voting. So what's going to happen if it's a narrow win this time? People aren't just going to sit down and people are heavily on. But we all know this. We can see it. We can telegraph it coming months in advance.
Yes.
And they just walked into the trap. And it's just so
and they're being
dangerous.
bolstered. They're being bolstered by the likes of Mr. Jonesy. Who,
What? Turn the frogs gay? Black hats, just FEMA camps?
This is it. He's an entertaining character. He's saying he's broke, blah, 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 and this and that. He's only making $1 million a year. He's only been making $1 million a year for 30 years. That's what he's been doing, just $1 million a year.
Hang on, what was his fine for the Sandy Hook?
Something billion, some crazy billion, 173 billion or something crazy. It was some sort of ridiculous. And then there's a headline saying that, if you just pay 183 million, then we'll just settle for that then. It's just like, let's pluck some figures out of the air. Here's an example. Here's a real life example. When a client asks me something stupid, asks me to do something stupid, I say to Mr. Client, okay, Mr. Client, send me, and the number fluctuates, and it doesn't happen frequently, but it depends on the mood. I'll say, okay, that's no problem. I can do that for you. That's not a problem. Just send me 16 trillion. Once I've seen that cleared funds in the account, I will do whatever you want. You know what I mean? It's just like, what are we talking about here?
Everyone has a price for the $1 million man.
Or the $6 million man. It's the Austin.
That was bad. I never got. I think I'm maybe 10 years younger than you, Noble. I don't remember the $6 million.
Shut up! Don't lie. Honestly, you about the Bionic Woman? You don't remember her as well?
No. Knight Rider. I remember Knight Rider.
Knight Rider. It was but they came out at the same time. I think it was earlier. It was definitely earlier than Knight Rider. But it's on Dave. They've got reruns on Dave. I've noticed. I've been watching them back to back.
Nice.
Burn It Woman and flipping Lee Majors.
There was a spate of vehicle-based American spy shows like Knight Rider,
Airwolf.
What was the bike one?
Blue Thunder.
Oh, what's the bike?
What's
Street? Don't you remember Blue Thunder? Oh, gentlemen. Blue Thunder was the low-budget version of Airwolf.
Or was it a drone?
It might as well be. You remember the old classic 80s helicopters, those bobbly ones?
Yeah.
It was one of them with just some rocket launchers on the side.
It was just all glass. The most dangerous helicopter ever.
That's it. Old school, man. You had that. Street Hawk. Was it Street Hawk? That was the motorcycle.
Street Hawk, yeah.
Manimal. What's that one with? And he could. What's that? Wardy? What's that one with the hands? Manimal.
With the hands.
And he'd do the hand and he'd change into animals and stuff. Manimal. Y'all don't remember that? Oh my god! Hey, listen.
Have you been taking any mushrooms tonight?
So I'm on the old ayahuasca, gentlemen. Manimal was a I don't know. I can't remember the full premise, but he could change into a leopard and hawks and stuff, and his hand would just pulsate like his wrist, and the next thing you know, he'd turn it. He was crazy. This is the fun of the 80s, man. Definitely try and there'll be some clips on the old YouTube, man. Definitely check that out, man. It's wacky.
Manimal. I'm definitely checking that out.
Yeah, it sounds gold.
Kind of reminds me of that Michael Jackson video where he turns into a lion, a tiger.
What one was that? Wasn't that Remember the Time? Was that Remember the Time?
Do you remember?
Yeah. Classic.
From their Dangerous album, mid-90s.
Yes.
I used to...
Manimal.
We used to go on holiday to Cornwall when I was a little kid. And it was we're in the northwest, so it's like a 6.5 hour drive, something like that. To Cornwall.
Easily.
And I remember me and my brother, I've got a brother who's 6 years older than me. And I remember us getting Walkmans.
Oh, shit. Sony Walkmans. You guys are posh, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We had everything. I don't know. My dad, I won't say where they came from. But we used to have...
Let's protect the innocent. Let's protect the innocent, Phil.
Yes. And we wouldn't have the tapes. It would be copied tapes. And I remember...
TDK 90s.
Someone made me, or I got given, it was Bad on one side and Thriller on the second side.
Shit.
And on that 6 hour drive down to Cornwall, I just listened to it all back to back and just
jamming.
Loved it, man. It kind of, because I remember being in primary school when the allegations started coming out. I think would that be about 1990 or something? There was always talk around the primary school playground about. There was a joke about him being a plastic bag or something.
I just remember at that time, what was that salacious magazine that used to have to put rubbish in there? The Inquirer, was it? Inquirer.
Smash Hits, yeah.
No, that's for children. This was an adult magazine. So all I would remember, and in the sun, it'd be like Wacko Jacko sleeps in the oxygen tank.
Yeah.
He's got Bubbles the monkey, blah, 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 blah. It was all that kind of stuff. I didn't really hear about the allegations until I think I would have been in secondary school, probably halfway through. So probably 94 around that kind of time.
Because I kind of remember there was some sort of, not controversy, rumors with Macaulay Culkin. And Home Alone came out, 91?
Was that 91? I thought it was 89 that came out.
It could have been, yeah. I mean, that's about the same time frame. I don't know. I just love the music, man. I just used to love the music. And I remember do you remember when he made the movie and he turned into a giant robot?
Was that
Moonraker?
Moonraker, yeah.
Yeah, them big braces on.
It's 1990.
What was 1990?
Home
Alone. Yeah. It's such a strange story, because you hear about what his father was like, And
What Macaulay Culkin leaving his child at home? Were we talking about Miles Jackson? Kevin! I mean, listen, before you continue, what irresponsible... I know it's hectic, you know, we're going on vacation, blah, blah, blah. How are you getting all the way to the damn airport, getting on a damn plane and all kind of stupid shit? And oh, shit, where's our son? We haven't even got our son with us.
They've got that many kids.
Yeah, just blame the staff.
Yeah. They like live in this frigging mansion in
Mansion, I
Chicago.
know. Yeah. Didn't you just wish, like, I wish I had a detached house with like 19 bedrooms and a damn huge attic and all kind of shit. Like, come on. I live in a flipping masonette, man.
It's I tell you what, it's good. It comes on every Christmas. We put it on every Christmas in our house, and my kids love it. They think it's hilarious. They like, the Wet Bandits. The Wet Bandits.
What about Elf? What about Elf? That's an obligatory.
Elf,
please.
Yeah.
Okay, that you have to watch Elf at Christmas. That is, even obviously, we don't. Well, I don't do pagan festivals, etc. Having children is quite difficult and different and so. But to get that real children nostalgic Christmas real feel, Elf is the one.
Yeah.
It's funny as hell.
I'm going to disagree. Right, the first Christmas film that comes on in our house on the 1st of December when we put the lights on is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
The one when he kidnaps the damn the boss.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite childhood Christmas
Chevy Chase. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me. And I haven't watched that in such a long time. For some reason, I don't associate that with Christmas, even though it's a Christmas film.
He does.
It's weird.
He does his lights. He does the lights round his house.
The light. Oh shit! The lights.
There's a blackout. It's like boom. They have to energize the reserve supplies.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you, listen, gentlemen. Why on earth? I mean, is creativity that poor now that these film directors, the script writers, the filmers cannot recreate that magic? Oh, the films are shit. The best film I've watched so far this year, the growing year of 2022, and I guess this might be recency bias, would be sorry?
24. You said 22.
Oh my God, shit. Sorry. I better get Marty and Doc. Get back in the DeLorean. Shit, man. I missed up the timings. Oh, man.
Sorry, go on. 20. The best film.
Pardon self. Was that King Kong shit? That latest King Kong shit? That was dope as hell.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, man. I was very impressed with that, man. It showed a very vulnerable side of Kong. It was very well put together, man. There wasn't any outside of the mute girl. There was a little child in there that couldn't speak. That was the only part that I'm like, why are we just? This is just filler. We've got a child who was in the first one. Now she's growing up. She's having fits and then drawing stuff on the damn pieces of paper. And then they're letting her go into some dangerous stuff, guys. It's dangerous. There's all kind of different kind of huge animals. Hey, bring the little child along. She can be out in the wild and, touch the finger of Kong and all kind of foolishness. But outside of that, wonderful film. I'll give it like a 9.5. And then the Evil Dead remake. That's another good film this year.
Oh, I've not seen that. I'm kind of. I don't know. There's a new Alien film coming out.
Get out of here, senor.
Yeah, there is. It's coming out soon, in the next couple of months. And I saw the trailer, and the trailer looks decent. It looks like they've gone back to the sort of the horror roots. Like the first Alien is like horror film essentially, horror sci-fi, and like the second film is like an action sci-fi because it's all the Marines, guns blazing, and all the rest of it. And then it kind of dropped off. The last few Alien films have been terrible.
Absolutely shite. That third one that came out, that was
it was a very different film. It was
dark.
Yeah, it was dark, and it was all the convicts, and it wasn't the strongest film. But
Or-
as the trailer for the new film looks surprisingly good, and I think it's a good director. I think is it an Evil Dead director?
Oh shit!
A youngish
Wait a
guy.
minute. Wait a minute. The Evil Dead director. We're talking about
Not
like
the original.
Bruce Campbell.
No,
Bruce
he's dead.
Shut up. Bruce Campbell's not dead. Don't say that.
He is. Bruce Campbell's dead, isn't he?
No.
Fuck off.
He was in
Bruce
the
Campbell
latest
ain't dead.
Spider-Man or whatever it was.
I'm
I'm
going
thinking
to
of
Google
I'm thinking
this
of
right now. You
Bruce
can't say
Dickinson.
that.
Thinking of Bruce Forsyth.
The price is right, isn't it?
No,
Bruce
but I'm going to give it a go. I think I'm not going to watch it at the cinema because I'll have to take a mortgage out for that. But I tell you what,
He's
I did
still
watch
alive. He's still alive.
on
He's
Saturday.
65.
My missus put on a film called Atlas on
Oh
Netflix.
no, with fucking J-Lo in it.
J-Lo.
J-Lo in
People
it.
are saying that's all right, though, actually, aren't they?
It's fucking shit.
Oh.
It's fucking terrible.
Oh my
I got partway through in it, and it was so cliched. I wanted to see how bad it was going to get. That was the only reason I continued watching it, because I wondered how far they would take it. And it didn't go far enough. Some movies are so bad that they're funny. You enjoy them that they're so bad. And this didn't. It just didn't quite get there. It wasn't quite bad enough to be entertaining.
Okay, well, thanks for that. Then I definitely want.
Moonfall is one of them. Like if you ever watch Moonfall, that film is so bad it's funny.
Well, no, it's not that bad. That's the one where no, don't do it that bad. Don't come on, guys. That's the one when the moon's coming down and it's gonna fuck the shit up and they wouldn't believe him and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool. That was alright.
It was
man.
proper Roland. It was Roland Emmerich, wasn't it?
I have no clue.
I think it was Roland Emmerich. He's famous for making these disaster movies. So he made 2012 with Dennis Quaid.
Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow with Dennis Quaid.
Oh.
Stargate with Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid. Yeah.
Quaid.
Hey, but the Day After Tomorrow, that was whack. That was whack. That was the one when Dennis Quaid, he had to cross the whole world to find his damn son. What kind of stupid shit is that?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I love my family, right? I do. And in theory, you would do that. But in practice, how is that even possible? Like, what are we talking about, man?
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking of doing it, but like I was like 10,000 miles away. There was snow and shit, like.
Yeah, end of the world shit happening around you. I mean, you've probably got a lot on.
Exactly. I mean, look, what's the number one rule? Self-preservation.
Yeah.
Once that's established, then we can say, you know what? You can plan, plot, and strategize like 10,000 miles. How do I do that? How can I achieve this 10,000 mile trek on my Todd? I don't even know what the hell's going on. I mean, this is very unusual. Like, I can see that. It was just so unrealistic.
You'd have
and
to
then the
say-
dogs attacking him and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It'd be sorry, love. I've done the math. It's going to take 35 years to get.
I tell you what, meet me halfway. Yeah. and we're only doing this by telepathy.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because all communications are down. Yeah.
This is it. There's no mobile phones anymore. We're going back to the ancients. Let me just
dear.
think.
No, it'd be look after number one.
100%, because we can't throw up the Zoom link. We can't send them the StreamYard link and just show me where you are. Just pan the camera around so I can see and I can kind of figure out where you are on this plane of existence.
You need a plan in place now, so we should be talking to our significant others, saying, now, in the event of a global apocalypse, can you make it to this checkpoint? Follow this map. Get to this pyramid.
Scan this QR code.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh no! Get to this phone box.
Phone box? Those still exist?
There's a few.
Well, they're not red anymore, are they? They're like. Well, actually, no. I haven't seen any phone boxes. They're all open now.
We've got in Preston the longest unbroken line of red phone boxes in existence.
Oh yeah, so about half a dozen of them.
Yeah, it's not an impressive number.
Outside the town hall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a line of red phone boxes.
They're all smashed up to shit.
Purely, what? I mean, they don't work, surely.
I don't know. No. They're all decommissioned, but...
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. It's just for aesthetics. Because at one point, obviously, I'm not out and about like that, and I couldn't even tell you. I think it was the last time I used a public telephone would have been in the very early 90s. But I recall in the early thousands being in Oldbury Town Centre and walking past the telephone box, and it wasn't a telephone box. It was just literally like a sheet of metal with some glass perspex at the side, and a huge screen and a telephone handle next to it. And then I stopped and looked at it, and it was saying access the internet, make telephone calls, do all this kind of bloody stuff. And I think it was a minimum of, was it back then? I think it was like 50 pence was the minimum for the calls. Not 10 pence like back in the day.
I seem to remember those. In the early when did I get my first mobile phone? It must have been 2000 and something. But around about that time, there were still working phone boxes, because I distinctly remember hiding around a corner and phoning the phone box as people go past and seeing if anyone answers.
That's right. You can nearly trigger happy TV.
Well, yeah.
A phone jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't know what I would have said to them. I didn't think that far ahead.
All right, you've picked up the phone. Talk to me. I've got a deal for you.
In the event of a global catastrophe, meet me in these coordinates.
Oh, shit. Innocence in it. As you say, you don't think that far ahead, do you?
No. This will be fun. Oh, no, wait. No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Hello? Yeah, put the phone down, put the phone down, put the phone down.
God, we used to do prank calls all the time. When I remember, like, when we were teenagers and the 141 thing came out.
Oh,
so
shit, yes.
You could
Star 69 in for our American listeners.
Yeah. So you pick up your landline. If you put 141 in, you could ring any number in the phone book and they wouldn't know. It wasn't.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of 1471. The 141 is to disguise your number, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. Why did they bring that out? I mean, it's just asking for it, isn't it? We're teenagers.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, gentlemen, if you think about it, there wasn't digital phones when we were growing up. We had to turn one, and then you get rotary telephones. There wasn't a digital dial. Even when the push phones came in, there wasn't a display on it. There wasn't a digital display. That wasn't until, from my recollection, 1988, 89, that kind of time.
Yeah.
Then you had those huge, the little display where it had the numbers on there. So then when the number the calls would come through, you could see the number. I think that maybe, I'm just thinking of logically, not nefariously now, why they would have done that.
I always wanted the, when I was a kid, the telephone that Del Boy had on Fools and Horses, where you had like a stand with the microphone, and then you held the earpiece up to your ear.
Oh, shit, the old school ones. Yeah.
Trotters Independent Traders, Paris, Peckham, London.
Nice.
I always wanted one of them phones, but we never had one. We just had the shitty dial-up. Ring. Ring.
But if you recall, wasn't that wood? That was made of wood, wasn't it?
Probably.
It's fucking wood shit, man. And it's only the speaker part, that little trumpet element, that was plastic.
Bakelite. Wooden Bakelite, probably.
It's the
future.
good old days, man. The good old days when do you remember when this is going back? Do you remember when the radio first came out?
The wireless. The
wireless.
No.
Well, that what, lads? But if you think about it, when the wireless first came into effect, it was very untrusted, wasn't it? Like, why the F am I going to have a box in my house with people talking out of it? I don't trust that. What they're going to tell us? They tell us anything stupid. I get my information from flipping Dean at the town hall.
Right.
That's where our information is disseminated. And then outside of that, I get the Weekly Tribune.
Town Criers.
Yeah,
Town Criers, yeah.
War of the Worlds happened. Look what happened there.
Here we go. That was the first psy-off. That was the oh shit. We've got something here.
Yeah, look at these people falling over themselves because of an alien invasion. Because the man in the wireless box told them.
Yeah, the man in the box. Just imagine our ancestors, our foreparents of the turn of the century or pre this age, having a glimpse into what's going on now. They wouldn't believe. They wouldn't believe it. Like, well, why would you do? Huh? You haven't got your own acre plot of land and chickens and stuff and livestock. Wait, but you're working in a city. Wait, what? You don't have 2 children. You don't have 3 wives, depending on obviously what part of the world you're from. Like, what? How? Why are you living like this? This isn't living.
One's enough trouble. I want 3 of the fuckers.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
God.
Yeah.
They start to look after themselves once you get into double figures.
I'm sure they do, yeah. Well, that's when it becomes a harem.
Harem.
Yes. That's. But also, if you think about legacy-wise, now obviously we come from a different mindset based upon where we are based, but polygamy and that kind of stuff, like multiple wives, where it's allowed. Just imagine you having 3 wives and having 3 children, 3 sets of children with all of those women. Just imagine the empire that you'd create. You could go off and whisper to the one son and say, "Yeah, I want you to go to London and do some stuff there. And I want you to go to Paris. And then I want you to go to America. And you've all got to help each other, you know. And then in a couple 100 years, you're the dynasty of all of the dynasties, because you've got all of those sons and you put the things in place." You know,
but you need to have the capital. You need to have the capital to make it happen, because in 99.9% of those cases, those 9 sons are going to be farmhands. They're just going to be a subsistence lifestyle, more hands to the pump, harvest time, threshing time, seeding time. You know, we're not sending anyone to Paris because we're struggling to feed ourselves.
Well, no, we're talking utopia now. We're talking about a utopian plan to build a dynastic legacy where in 7 generations you are a factor of good positive change.
Right, yeah. On an individual basis. It comes down to the individual at the end of the day, doesn't it?
100%. I mean, even with just the 1 wife and child or children, that can still be done.
Absolutely.
But I'm expediting that to the triune, to the 5 wives. Like, just imagine the financial capital of having, 3 other women and 1 man.
Yeah, you could have 50 kids, 49 duds, and one that goes on to greatness.
And it's just that one. You see, that's what I told you to continue. That's why I said to have that other one. I told you to get there in the end.
Oh, God.
That last pelvic thrust did it. You told me to stop, and I said no. Look what we've produced so far, which I'm happy, but we need this last one because I think he or she is going to be the one,
the game changer.
Yes. That's it. And then we can sit back and say, look, here we go, it's the golden child.
Great film.
Classic, man. Classic.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy.
Oh yes,
same era. Late 88, I want to say 89.
Well, all these films I've never seen are what I want to pick up on DVD.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other week, Noble, about physical media and how important it is now, because otherwise you just fall into this subscription trap.
Indeed. I mean, I'm still yet to build my media wall kind of thing. Because as you guys will have, you've got your VHS boxes in storage, you've got your vinyls, your CDs, your DVDs. They shouldn't just be there and then you've got to go through boxes. They should be available, so you can say, okay, let's put that VHS in. Actually, saying that, does anyone still have a working VHS? I haven't actually tried to use mine in quite some time.
Not for years. I have one in attic.
I've still actually got one on display, and the wife's like, we don't even use it. I'm like, I still want the VHS on display.
Yes, classic.
Not top loader. It's not a top loader. It's a front loader. I got rid of that ages ago.
Yeah. You got with the times.
Indeed.
Got a front loader.
Indeed. But it's retro now. Everyone's getting the old retro radios, the retro kettles. It's in now. It's trendy, guys. Paying a premium.
Surprised you don't have a Betamax.
Oh shit.
Hey, I saw some laser discs for sale the other day in Cash Converters in Preston. A laser disc.
They're niche.
Right?
Very niche. Very niche. And that was in essence like a turntable style thing that you'd need to play them damn laser discs because they're the size of a record, aren't they?
Yeah, the size of an LP, but they're encased in plastic and they're a bit like a massive floppy disk. I've no idea how they would work. No idea.
You have to get a player and find out.
There'd be tens of thousands of pence.
Well, you know what though? I wouldn't hesitate to guess that they'd probably be on eBay and they will be going for a pretty penny.
I think they will, definitely. Whereas you can get 5 DVDs for £1 from Cancer Research.
Oh shit! Yep.
Charity
shops.
That's where I'm
Charity
building.
shops is where it's at for DVDs and books. That's where I get nearly all my books from, and vinyl as well. They do vinyl, a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's the place.
So
to be.
have you got a USB desk turntable or a proper turntable?
Well, I've got a proper one.
Excellent.
Techniques.
Oh my god, classic! You're a proper head then. If you got techniques.
Yeah, I've got a few vinyl.
There we go. This is Ben smiling away. So you got more than one deck. I take it. Then you got decks.
I've got 3 decks. I only use one. I'm not a DJ.
I know. You clearly have a love for music, hence you've gone to the creme de la creme with techniques.
Yeah, well, I wanted a decent one because I was going to use it.
I remember when my friend had, he still has them, but I remember him telling me how much the needles were, and I'm like, I need to grow up and be like you to be able to spend that kind of money on needles.
300 quid, easy. On a needle. My dad had a Sony, and the base was marble.
Oh my god! Yes,
and it used to be on spikes.
Yes.
So it's like a marble slab about 2 inches thick by whatever a deck is, 2 feet square.
Yeah.
And it was on these spikes that it sat at the top of, like, everyone used to have a stand, a hi-fi stand.
Of course.
And you'd have the amp at the bottom. Then
the stacker system. Yeah.
Twin tape deck, radio, FM radio, and then the deck on top. And the thing weighed a frigging ton. Like, it took 2 of us to put it in the attic. And it's still up there.
Nice.
But I remember him getting a new needle, and it was like, crikey, Riley, how are we going to pay for this? You need a new needle for a record player.
You know what I'd like now to expand on that? I want a separate system.
Yeah.
I'd like a bit of modernity, I think. I'd like a DAB separates radio, maybe a mini disc deck.
Okay.
Twin cassette deck. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Power amp, and then nice turntable on the top.
You've missed out your amp. You've missed out your EQ, but don't worry.
Yeah, sorry, graphic EQ. Yeah.
Need a graphic EQ.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they're built into
to the amp.
different things, yeah. But yeah, you need them little sliders.
Oh shit, yeah, man. Of course, you're bringing it back, man. So richer sounds. Is there richer sounds that you got them up your way as well, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah. It's a good place.
It certainly is. Obviously, I think they've taken a massive hit with obviously the rise of different forms of technology, but they're still for the old heads, the ones who know their shit. That's the only place to go.
What I'd like to do as well with these DVDs is, it'd be a bit of a faff to have a massive DVD collection and having to find the boxes and put the discs in and all that jazz. I'd like to have that available to me, but I'd also like to build like a media center, a digital media center, rip those DVDs to hard drives and have some sort of UI. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Use Kodi or something as a UI to to play those films.
Oh,
as if it was
okay.
Netflix.
Cody
Well,
will do
wait a
that.
minute, wait a minute. You don't need to even need to go to all that. That's already available on Cody, as you said.
Yeah, it is. but
Every
I'd
flipping
like to
film you
have-
can think of is on there.
Exactly, yeah. But I'd like to have my collection.
The thing is, Noble,
DVDs.
I mean, it might be there on Cody today, but it might not be tomorrow. But you can
points.
use Cody to upload all your files and
As a
then use
media
it as a media center for your household, your network.
Yeah, so I've got my own kind of ring-fenced Netflix, essentially, that has all my collection of DVDs on that I might just have in the attic or somewhere. You know, I'm not sure the wife is going to want.
So you can
all them
ask them.
knackered
I
boxes
like
on
the
it.
sound of that.
And
See
you-
what I mean by you technological wizards?
And know what you can do? I mean, you can't do this. Obviously, you can't do this. But if you have Netflix on your TV like we do, and if you have OBS, then you could, technically, I presume, you could record everything on Netflix onto OBS, onto your computer. But I wouldn't advise doing that. It's probably highly illegal.
That doesn't sound right. That's
Jeez.
not the spirit of things. I want to spend £1 on 5 DVDs.
Is that you reckon is that the way how they stream these pay-per-view events and all that?
No,
definitely not.
Definitely no.
You think they've got some other technological wizardry way to do it?
Yes, elves.
Little
Clockwork.
okay with Rudolph and Niam. yeah. I've always heard of up in the North Pole. It's because you're hitting on it there because they literally make everything in it. The Game Boy. Actually, is Game Boy still around? What's the portable device now that children would play around with?
Nintendo Switch.
Nintendo. Okay, so the elves make that shit. They're not made in Taiwan. Not when they come from Father Christmas.
No way.
So they've clearly got a technological advantage up that point.
I mean, how many Stargates do they have?
I mean, a
the guys
shitload,
gotta
hence you can't go up there, innit? You got them treaties, you can't go North Pole, blah, blah, blah. You can go to the fake North Pole, obviously, and pay like 1,500 quid to take your children
Lapland, yeah, and see the fake show, yeah. But the real elves are just Stargating it left, right, and centre. That's how they get all the presents out in one night, obviously.
Rudolph, you see Rudolph? He's just chilling. He doesn't do nothing. Rudolph and all those, what's it, Bumper and whatever the hell, I can't remember what the hell the names are. They don't go nowhere.
No,
Santa's just jumping in and out of Stargates like sliders. He's on that kind of vibe.
Yeah, the reindeers are autoerotica.
Come on.
Okay.
Let's keep this PG, sir.
Hey, Noble, have you been, it's all getting frothy with the general election here?
The 4th of July, they've picked that date. The 4th of July, Independence Day. The United Snakes of America got their so-called independence from the Redcoats. Let's do a general election on there. I mean, the symbology in that is just so like, hey.
It's really serious business, this, Noble. I don't know why you're making light of it so much.
I know, because it affects us all. It affects us all. I'm going to vote Conservative again because I want to keep my money where it is. The poor people can stay poor, and Labour's obviously going to be the...
Have you been reading my blog, Noble?
Let me just close it down now, sorry.
I mean, I don't believe you came across disingenuous there, Noble, but the political discourse in this country is incredibly serious. It's very important that we hear from politicians and that the fourth estate, journalism, does its job in holding politicians to account. And I have a fine example of this here. Incoming.
You've been benched a bit, but you're back.
I'm back, and I'm powering up the battle bus.
Have you got your own battle bus?
I have got a battle bus.
Has it got your name on the side?
You'll have to wait and see. I'll let you on it.
Okay, so you've got your own battle bus, an Angie Rayner battle bus is about to be unleashed.
An Angie Rayner battle bus. Yes.
Wow.
You're going to love it.
I'm coming on it.
It's got a fridge.
I love it. I mean, that's very serious.
Yeah.
Let's vote for that person.
Angie Rayner battle bus. That's her full title.
Battle boss. So who is she representing? She sounds like she's going to be representing. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can guess. They all are stupid, so I don't even know. Labour.
I mean, she just got let off. I mean, she was being threatened with prosecution, weren't she, for some dodgy dealings, selling a council house or something for profit. And
this is the woman. That's what she looks like then. Okay.
Yeah, but no, that's all unfounded. No wrongdoing has been found.
No,
so
it was just
free.
media. It was just the media trying to hype things up, gentlemen. Remember? Come on.
But the important thing is that she's going to have her own battle bus and it's going to have a fridge in it.
Yes.
And it's important that you see the top political journalists from Sky News holding her to account in that non-cushy, cozy conversation that they were having then.
She's going to come on it.
Did you see her physical demeanor of the reporter? She was almost the physical appearance to me denoted she had literally either just got up or she's drunken lots of shandies and is just so relaxed and almost out of it.
But you're
back. I'm back.
Oh God,
I'm back, and I'm powering up the battle bus.
Have you got your own battle?
Yeah, that's quite a strange posture, isn't it?
Very odd posture.
It's
too
not
relaxed to me. This looks like to me they're just chilling in the green room.
It's not John Humphreys, is it?
Tell me, Phil.
Yeah, it's
what's
not very
going on today?
Antagonistic, is it?
No, it's so this battle bus. Is this going to be like a like Alex Jones one, like one of those that thing, the armored thing? You're talking about one of them.
God knows. I mean, it's just a shit show, isn't it? It's an absolute shit show.
I mean, like
it'll distract people for a few months, won't it? In the summer.
Bit of interest.
Do you remember when people were saying, God bless Boris Johnson? He's up there and he's ill during a zombie apocalypse, and he's up there, and he's at least he's coming out to tell the public, to stay at home and all that. He's the best man and all this. And then the zombie apocalypse is finished, and then there's been stuff about was it called Partygate? Did they call it some shit?
Yeah.
Right? All this stuff. So the public, the constituents of all of these places, these towns and cities, these boroughs, where on a local level, we're electing people to certain positions. Now we're having a general election. Haven't people realized didn't the zombie apocalypse teach you guys anything? I mean, for the last 15, maybe even 20 years, I've been saying all the woes that we have as a people, whether we be in the United Kingdom, whether we be in Europe, whether we be the problem is the government, democide. That's what the problem is. Democide. The government is killing people through laws. No, not through laws. Sorry, through policies, acts, stupid stuff. Through decisions, and the people acquiesce and give authority to these people in these stupid costumes. So I say, let's not cut people's heads off. Let's not have a French Revolution. Let's just acquiesce and say, well, not acquiesce. Let's withdraw and not participate.
Withdraw your
It would
consent.
only take 3 days.
Yeah. We're governed by consent, and it's apathy. And what is obvious is that people vote not for something; they vote to keep something else out. Yes. So it's a divide and conquer thing. So people vote Tory because they're worried that Keir Starlin is going to be a communist and he's going to sell us out to the Chinese, or he's going to flood us with immigrants and all these dog whistle, stories that get put out. And the same goes for the other side. People won't vote for the Tories because they're horrible capitalists. They're all in it for themselves and they're all corrupt. They are? Which they are, and which they all are. They're all the same. They're all corrupt. It's like Joe Salenti says it best every fucking week. Every week he says, "Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do?" And the only reason they have any legitimacy is because people participate in this nonsense, this clown show.
Yes.
They think, if I get to vote every 4 years, and that gives me some sort of power to decide what happens. And it's nonsense. It's just a charade. Stop participating. And, if turnout is 15% in the next general election, you've got a major crisis there because the government has no legitimacy.
Exactly.
And they'll have to go back to the drawing board. Or just start leaving us the fuck alone. Just leave us alone to get on with our lives. But you end up with politicians coming up with all sorts of stupid excuses to come up with this. I've got this one from Victoria. This is from the state of Victoria in Australia this week. The new minister, there's a new ministerial position been created this week. It's called the Minister for Men's Behaviour.
As I mentioned there in the intro, the state of Victoria in Australia has just introduced a new minister for changing men's behaviour. Terry, can you tell us a bit about the position and what it involves?
Well, I'd like to tell you, John, but basically we don't know other than the title. Basically, the Premier of Victoria, a hard-left socialist Labor Premier named Jacinta Allen, has announced that there will be a minister or a parliamentary secretary, a junior minister for men's behaviour change. And beyond that, she says, well, we've got to look at men's behaviour and basically do something about the toxic nature of male behaviour and the risks it poses to women and children. And particularly, we've had a spate in Australia since the beginning of the year of, sadly, domestic violence-related deaths and murders. And I think that's galvanised the Premier. However, it's really a clickbait gimmick, isn't it? I mean, all we know is that the government has decided that it knows best, that it will actually create a job for a junior minister to tell men how to behave. But it doesn't really solve the problems of domestic violence in this country. It doesn't deal with the fact that women as well as men are perpetrators of domestic violence. And it goes to the feminist myth that all men are basically perpetrators in waiting. They're violence machines waiting to spring their behaviour on unsuspecting women, partners, children, and so on. And it's just wrong. It's just crazy. But what it's doing, John, is trivialising a very serious social issue.
Mm. Sal, what was your reaction when you first heard about the position?
I thought it was a joke.
Mm. Like I said, a clickbaity thing. Tarring everyone with the same brush is never a good idea, is it?
Well, would this left-wing state apparatchiks come up with a ministry for altering Muslim behaviour?
Against terrorism, as an approach to reducing
Muslims
terrorism.
in general.
Yeah, exactly. It's tarring everyone with the same group with the same brush. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Can we have a ministry for left-handed people's behaviour?
Yeah,
I'd go for it.
It's nonsense, isn't it?
Well, it was good to actually hear them push back and say, this is ridiculous. Is it a joke? Like, what? That was actually some sense.
Well, I mean, that's coming from The Spectator. The Spectator is a right-leaning organisation. They're pro-small government. I'm sure if you went on Twitter, you'd find an equally large group of people hand-clapping this thing in. We need this. We need to re-educate men and their behaviour as a group, because that's what the job title is. But the main part of me is it's just a job for the boys, you know. This person will be on $100,000 a year, ministerial post, and you know it's a self-perpetuating, festering.
Yeah, it's a crew. Let me just. Hey, Phil and Ben, I've got a job for you, man. I'm working for the government now, right? I've created these 2 new jobs.
I've got all this free money. I've got this massive budget that I need to spend.
I got a budget.
If I
gotta spend it quick.
If I don't spend it by April, they'll take it off me. So do you want a job or not?
Yeah, come on, man. I'll give you $50,000 a year, man. I'm their company car. What are you saying?
Sign me up.
You know what I mean? Like, of course, I'll take that. Shit, we don't have to kill nobody or nothing. It's legit. No, nothing. Oh yeah, man. Of course, I'll have that. I work for the government. Come on, I'll have that all day. Give it to me. So I can understand that a lot of these politician people, a lot of them failed business owners, megalomaniacs and psychopaths. They're like, shit, wait a minute. I'm not doing good in this industry. I'm getting just ran over, man. My ethics are all over the place. I can speak pretty well, though. I can talk. I'm not like an idiot. I'm not a total imbecile, even though I'm failing business-wise. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take the $76,000 a year plus the expenses. And let's see if we can, maneuver around some of these corporations, some of these business in my district to say, listen, come, give me a little bit of that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, I've got a house over in over in Devon that I'm looking to purchase, right? If you can get that for me, all of that stuff you was asking, we can do it, man. I'll do you a favor there, and you'll talk to that person. It's just a hustle.
One hand washes the other.
It's a stepping stone. I remember a couple of years ago, we played a load of clips. There was a load of, I think it was during the nonsense, a load of Tory MPs got recorded in Zoom meetings being buttered up for non-exec directorships whilst they're in politics and on the way out. And Matt Hancock was one. Was he asking for 10 grand a day or something?
Yeah, to do something. Yeah,
yeah, it's nonsense. It's buying political influence, and there was loads of them. And we know the game. We know what the game is. Yeah, these guys are they're not there for the 70 grand a year. They're there for what they can milk while they're in there. It's the same in the Roman times, man. It's like if you want to be, the whole point of getting a prefecture or getting named consul, you got a year then. You've been named consul. You've got a year to milk as much as you can, to put you into retirement for the rest of your life in your influence, And it's the same system.
And then you can charge £250,000 to speak for 30 minutes at some kind of conference at the WF or some other kind of you know what I mean? Yeah. Some kind of speaking event. Oh, we've got a charitable event. Let's get Hillary Clinton. She costs 250,000. We can get Keir Starmer. He costs 75,000. We'll just put them in a nice little hotel and stuff. Yeah, man, I'll have some of that. What? 30 minutes, I'll find something to speak. Yeah, don't worry about it. 75,000, I'm going.
I just wish more politicians would just fess up, be honest, and say, here I am. I'm on this website called Cameo. It's 40 quid a time. Send me your shit and I will say it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Wagwan Akis. Shout out to my plug, Ace of Asia. Cercius plug around. Get your drops loaded fast. Bring your barks and nations. Cuts always on time. Serious ute. Not gonna lie to you, man.
At least it's transparent, isn't it?
Yeah.
You go on the website and it's 60 quid. And you can get Nigel's Farage to read anything you want.
My ute and all that. I love it. That's perfect. But this is what I don't think you would have it. You'd have it. But I've had obviously, you'll get guests who will reach out and say, look, I want to come on, to the broadcast, etc. And obviously, a lot of the times we're reaching out to people. So there's been a few occasions, gentlemen, where, and this is absolutely madness, where guests will say, oh, yeah, I'm very interested. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And then, we're getting to dates and all that. And then they'll say, so what's the budget? And you'll be like, budget? I'm confused. What do you mean budget? We've gone all this way and you budget. So I'm thinking you're talking about you want me to pay you to appear on my broadcast. Oh, okay. So let me explain two things. I've never paid anybody to appear on my broadcast. Number two, if I did, then in essence, there'd be a lot of stopping and starting, and this would be a lot longer interview because you'd be saying whatever I want you to say.
Right.
You'd be my bitch in essence. You're like, I'm paying for this, so I want a show. And this is the type of show I want. So no, we want transparency. We want a real conversation. We're not paying for that kind of stuff. Like as you just demonstrated. Like what are we doing?
It also works the other way around, Noble, because I know of podcasts where you pay to be a guest.
Okay, that's an industry now. That's and we know there's a lot of people like that. But looking at it in the cold light of day, I can understand from a business standpoint, but from a transparency and for an open dialogue, why would someone need to pay to appear on your thing? Unless, here's for me at least, if someone approached me and said, look, I want to come on your podcast, I want to promote this product or service. Now, if that's someone I know, then of course, yeah, come on, all day, every day, yeah, man. I'll promote it. I'll post it on my Instagram as well if it's going to help you. But if it's someone I don't know and they're going to make money, then I would potentially say, well, if you're going to be making money of appearing on my broadcast, then surely you should be giving me 50 quid maybe or something. Like, yeah, come on, I'll entertain this proposition.
It kind of detracts from the point of why we're doing all this, though. That's the problem.
Oh, of course.
When it
Yes.
becomes an industry and it becomes about money, it completely loses its essence to me. It's like I don't know. It's shallow. There's no depth there. You can't trust.
Genuine.
Once you go past that once you cross the Rubicon of paying guests or being paid for having certain guests, I won't trust that show anymore because it's like, what am I listening to now? Is
it real?
Is it? Yeah. The question will be in the back of your head every time.
Yeah.
So you can't let that stuff get in the way. For me, that's my philosophy anyway. Personal idea.
But if you think about this film, and I like what you're saying. I totally agree. But other people have a different motive and agenda.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And we get that. We totally get that. But it seems more than apparent of the last 5+ years that this is a job and career for most people.
Right.
They may present good information, but this is a job. Whereas this is a passion for me. And for you guys as well, this is a passion.
Well, you can see it when people start chasing the viral stuff. So I remember there was that Mexican fucking alien thing where they were coming over the hilltop.
Oh, gosh.
And you just saw all these podcasters and YouTubers jumping on this story and how quickly can we get a video out to capitalize on this viral meme, this hashtag.
Yes.
And, well, why are you doing that? It's for the money. You know.
I guess, again, we're fortunate enough to be successful outside of our passion. If we had no success outside of our passion, it wouldn't be our passion, it would be our success potentially, or our means of paying the rent or the mortgage. Generally it's going to be the rents, and sustaining yourself, food, clothing and shelter. And for some people that's cool, as you've highlighted. Is that real? Are we getting the real you?
It becomes entertainment.
That's it.
And it loses its authenticity.
Agreed. That's why many podcasts, and again, everything has its season and reason. So, for instance, like the massive podcast, which most people, especially the people who I would class as normies, over the last maybe 2-3 years, they're sending me Joe Rogan clips and this and that, and I'm thinking, I've been watching Joe Rogan for like
20 years nearly.
Exactly. Like I'll stop watching Joe Rogan when he did the Spotify deal. I would occasionally go over there, but it's reasons and seasons, and people grow and elevate and change for the good, for the bad, the ugly and the indifferent, and it's down to you as an individual to find that space, not to stick and like a person worshipped. Oh, he was on JRE and they said this, so it's got to be true. No, man.
I'm the same. I was an early adopter of JRE. I was an early adopter of podcasts. I started listening to podcasts, I think, in 2004. Something like that.
Come on, yep.
And JRE was top of the charts every week, and I had no idea who this guy was. And I started listening, and he had like Graham Hancock on in like episode 20 or something. And so I started listening to it, and it was great because he was having weird and wacky guys. He was having Peter Duesberg on, who's persona non grata, stuff like that. And then I dropped out because it just turned into... I'm not a UFC guy, so there was a lot of UFC content and a lot of shit comedians who have no interest in listening to it.
Exactly.
But did you listen to the Terry Howard episode recently?
Everyone, this is why I brought it up, because everybody is talking to me about this particular, and I keep on saying I'm going to do it. So I'm going to... I still haven't heard it. So whilst I'm speaking, I'm going to load it up on my watch later, and I'm going to be watching that 100%.
I'd like to hear your take on it. You should do like a deconstruction of it on your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that.
Okay, so this is what I said to a close associate. Even though they're thousands of miles away, they were like, "You gotta watch it, no, but you gotta watch it, check it out." You know, he was talking about the flipping Anunnaki and this and that, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, that sounds really dope. I like it." And there's so many of these so-called celebrities, stars, even though, you know, that's a whole nother subject itself. But you know, these prominent figures, they're revealing these levels of truth now, aren't they, guys? And I'm thinking, okay, you haven't just stumbled across this information. Like, this information is freely available and readily available. And also the circles you move in, like, depending on, again, the circles you move in, this is to everybody. Like, a lot of rich folk know a lot of shit and a lot of whack stuff that you would think would be tinfoil hat kind of stuff that we kind of, you know, areas that these so-called rich folk, they know all that shit. They got books and stuff. They you know, they'll just recite stuff off the top of their head kind of thing. So again, moving in those kind of circles, being an actor, being a rapper and all that kind of stuff, you're exposed to so many different people. You're telling me all of a sudden now, you've seen the light and you want to start talking the talk and now walking the walk. I got turned down for 3 films. I'm seeing that. I saw the thing. I got they wouldn't let me do 3 films on all this business because I wouldn't take the flipping the something. Like, okay, so
he was very salty about Iron Man because he was in the first Iron Man film and then something went wrong and he was very salty about that. But it was very interesting. The thing is like the guy's an actor, so how much of this is a script? It's difficult. Because it's kind of, it seems like an open conversation. He obviously has a lot of stuff prepared. He has things in his head.
Yeah.
He's quoting Baconian philosophy in one point. That was something that actually blew me away. Like, it was a throwaway comment that no one would have picked up on. Where he quoted a part of Nova Morganum. And I was like, whoa, is this guy for real?
Yeah.
Is this guy actually well read? Is this guy... Wow, it made me step back and made me pause and think, this is interesting. This guy's interesting now. He's piqued my attention. This guy's not just some crazy guy with crazy ideas. He's actually read some stuff. Or is it part of a script? But you think, well, no, it's a throwaway comment, and there was no reaction from Joe. It was completely, you know, just something you would say in passing. It's like, wow. There's something happening here. There's something going on in his head.
Yeah.
But
it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. And
you need to watch it.
Yes. It again, and this is what I'll say to you guys as well. It's a case of what he's saying. He may be at the point now where he may have had receipt of this information, but the position he was in wouldn't allow him to be able to talk freely. Now we're in this expose era of sorts with this
season of reveal.
Yeah, Aquarius, boring, blah blah blah. You know, people are talking. So unfortunately, he knows his potential handlers and the Most High. Now, it's as simple as that. And that's with everything. Like, you know, we can trust people to a point, the information. And when you say about that throwaway comment, I think I'm more leaning towards, and you say Mr. Rogan, a.k.a. Ho Hogan, didn't pick up on it. I think those are those little Easter egg things for us, for you specifically. Oh, wait, whoa. I was listening to some of that stuff. He just said that, and they didn't even elaborate on it. Okay. Let me.
Went for the bait.
He's got something there.
Hook, line, and sinker. Yeah. It's interesting. I want to hear your take on it. You should listen to it and do a deconstruction on your YouTube channel.
I will.
But hey, Noble, time's marching on. We got to wrap this shit up, man.
Oh shit!
Man. Time flies when you're getting high.
Yeah, I would like to finish on a little video I found of a dog who really loves coffee.
Okay.
He's kind of annoying his owner, but he loves coffee. I'll just play. I won't elaborate. I'll just play it for you. I think you'll enjoy it.
Oh, a little slickness today, Gator. Look at where your dick is compared to my coffee cup. For fuck's sakes! God damn it, dog. Your dick is on my fucking coffee cup, you fucking prick. Oh, God, I fucking crap.
So just for the audio people, right? This guy's in his truck, and his dog, who looks like some sort of bulldog, is climbed front end into the cabin, and the guy has like a center console near the handbrake with his coffee cup, and the dog's just luxuriously wiping his pencil, his lipstick off his coffee cup. I love that. I love shit like that.
And he's just looking so just nonchalantly directly ahead of him, not even doing nothing.
He's just enjoying the warmth of the coffee on his bell end.
Hey, you see, you've gone deep now. I didn't even think of that. That's probably exactly what yeah, man, with that coffee bean aroma. He's thinking he's I don't even know what a damn canine's thinking for, you know.
He's in heaven. He's in heaven.
Yes.
Right, Noble, we're going to wrap the show. It's been fantastic talking to you.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
It's been wonderful as usual. Thank you very much. 1,000 apologies again, gentlemen and listeners.
It was great in the end. It all worked out great.
How late was I? I was very late, wasn't I?
I don't know.
Nah, we don't count here.
Okay.
Only 'cause we can't.
1, 5, 12. Yeah, it all makes the same.
Same. Fuck it. Right, I'll drop you an email tomorrow. Do you want some? I'll send you files if you want.
As usual,
MP4
as usual.
and whatnot.
Work your magic, and I'll get that uploaded on my end after you've put your. This is live, isn't it? We're live, aren't we?
We're live now, yeah.
Yeah,
not
we go,
for much longer.
Nope.
No,
indeed. It's been wonderful, gentlemen. Trustfully, the listeners have enjoyed our share, our conversation. It's been edutaining, etc., etc. Make sure you do like this video, share this video, and put some comments down as well. Interact in the comment section. It's most appreciated, not only from me, but from the gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said.
Spunk of the day.
Get some spunk of the day down your necks.
Right.
Whoa. For the female listeners, baby. I don't know about that.
Right. Wonderful. Links in the show notes. Check out CR4 Network. And
yeah, we'll be back for 333.
Episode 333 next week. An open Zoom chat. What could possibly go wrong?
What a fantastic idea.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes it's good.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
It might be shit.
We'll find out.
Yeah, but we've said we're going to do it. We've said multiple times we're going to do this, so we can't turn the clock back.
We can't turn the we can't turn the clock back. I know it's after midnight. We can't turn the clock back.
Yeah, so.
Oh, he really did that on freaking live.
Oh no, what can you do? He must have. He was probably tired, boss.
No,
I'm tired, boss. I think he was probably tired.
He weren't tired, man. He was projecting, boss. He was projecting. Come on.
Yeah. He should have said, "Give my regards to King Tut, asshole."
Give my regards to King Tut, asshole.
Oh my gosh.
Classic.
It's been a great show. I've really enjoyed tonight. I'm glad you're all still with us, tuning in. But let's face it, you've nowhere else to go, have you?
I got nowhere else to go.
No. Well,
young Richard Gere.
He was very young Richard Gere.
What film was that?
Oh, Pretty Woman.
No, it was not Pretty Woman. Get out of here. You almost had me then. I was like, Pretty Woman.
I tell you what, hey, we have fun here, don't we? We have a laugh, don't we?
And these guys, I mean, they're having fun now, but my goodness, they've also got a dark side.
Oh, we have a dark side, though, but yeah. Hey, this is serious business.
You have to walk. It's a serious business. It's big boy stuff.
You know, stop making light of this shitty podcast, man. I'll put a curse on you.
Yeah, but if you want to but that's kind of a lot. I know.
Right, thanks for joining us. We're signing off. See you soon.
Ana El Etifaki. See you soon.
Shut up, gay boy! So long until I jerk a nut in your ass. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
You dirty bitches!
I love the soundboard, man.
Oh, we love it. We love it. A bit of Farage.
You got caught sucking your fingers on the bus.
Bullshit takes you out, eh?
A sussy Chungus pirate from Basildon.
Come on, man. I never sucked any ding-dongs. Wagwan fam, you're going to Somerset.
I think you're hitting the point, Phil, that it really bothers me.
You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier.
Because I believe I have an issue in this respect.
Man, game over, man. Game over.
Yeah, man. Classic.
Game over, man. Right. Sayonara, fuckers.
You're gonna love it. I'm coming on it.
You just need a rectum and a third eye.
Mm.